Hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Wednesday, December 3rd. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts, my Libra Queen, my gorgeous Moon, my Icy Chili, and my favorite Taurus. Hey, my babies.
Hello.
Good
Hey.
morning.
Good
Hey.
morning.
And I want to give you all a friendly reminder about our hot tea cold cash giveaway. I'm about to say hot tea whole cash, child. Look, that's how Moon gets
Well,
started.
well.
But our hot tea cold cash giveaway, for the giveaway's terms and conditions, head over to auntiederek.com/ hot tea cold cash. Again, that's auntiederek.com/ hot tea cold cash. How you gain entries into the giveaway. You RSVP to every show, every upcoming live show, RSVP for an entry. For an additional entry, attend that live show and stay in its entirety. And for an additional entry, share my show on social media and use that hashtag Auntie Derek. Get all the entries that you can. We are in week 4 now. So I can't wait to see who's going to be week four's winner. All right. So, look, I'm laughing at the comments. And what we were doing was running our mouths, honey, and that's okay too, because that's what we do here. So if you've never been to a live show, please come because just like similar to what Wendy Williams used to do before they started filming, honey. There's a whole show that we do before the show.
Before the show, right?
And we was cutting up today. That's for sure.
And was, but I think we can just go ahead and jump straight into the tea, honey.
Tea time.
And I'm actually glad we did start recording a little bit late today because we got to jump into our first piece of tea because you know what we like to start off with when we have some
Diddy
new updates.
news.
The Dite News.
Yes. Now I'm actually going to share my screen with this news. So this is a tweet from Lauren LaRosa, and shout out to Lauren LaRosa, who I absolutely adore. And if y'all don't know who she is formerly of TMZ, and she's now with the Breakfast Club. And I think she's probably one of the best things to happen to the Breakfast Club in a long time. But anyway, you all should see her tweet here where it says Netflix has responded to Diddy's cease and desist. The cease and desist is claiming that this new doc brought to you by 50 Cent is a hit piece that only fell in 50 Cent's lap after Diddy's own documentary combos with Netflix fell through. The claims being made about Sean Combs, The Reckoning, are false. The project has no ties to any past controversies, has no ties to any past conversations between Sean Combs and Netflix. The footage of Combs leading up to this indictment and arrest were legally obtained. This is not a hit piece or an act of retribution. Curtis Jackson is an executive producer but does not have creative control. No one was paid to participate. Because remember, we talked yesterday about Judah Engelmayer, and Judah Engelmayer was pretty much saying that this was a hit piece. This is that line because how we knew that Judah is a whole fucking liar because Judah sat there and said, "And my client did it. He treats everyone with kindness and respect." Well, baby, already right there, we already.
I can't even keep it straight. I don't know how he kept a straight face saying that. That's funny.
I know it took a lot, honey. I know it took a lot of energy. So,
The
yeah,
Academy
Netflix.
Award goes to Judah.
But Netflix said all of this was legally obtained. No one was paid to do this. And 50 Cent, even though he's an executive producer, he doesn't have a creative control. So he doesn't have any reason to try to. This is what Netflix is saying, of course, even though we all kind of know the truth. He does have plenty of reason to go after Diddy. But that Netflix is saying no, this is not a hit piece that's done by way of 50 Cent or for 50 Cent's own retaliation. So very interesting. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Whew, so I cannot. I'm about to admit this on a recorded line, but I may actually have to watch the docu series.
I think you need to, baby. It's letting off some interesting points of view that we didn't really know about. It's really good.
Yeah, well, the primary reason is because, of course, as we discussed and as we know, uh, four dimes and two nickels. He has a propensity to be extra petty, right? And I thought it was going to be more of like a smear campaign. And the question that I had
Mm-mm.
before even viewing the documentary, like, if he's not going to include any of the folks or the artists that he has victimized on Bad Boy or in any capacity, I have no interest in watching until yesterday when I was on social media and I saw Aubrey O'Day
Yep.
Danny Kane. She was featured and she had divulged some of what she experienced with Tootsie Roll.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, I actually need to watch it. So
You do.
okay, if Chill's well, Auntie eats chillin', so I don't know. You can never tell with him. But since Chill says there's a good watch,
It
I'm gonna
is.
watch it. Yeah.
There's a lot of people in there that have history with Diddy. The guy who's suing, his mom for his 25%. Yeah, those stories come from people who've been around him telling those stories. So I was kind of pleasantly surprised that I found it so interesting since we talked about so much of the court case. It definitely breaks down who he is and how he's been basically his whole life since he was a teenager. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely been a problem, and this little 50 months he got in prison doesn't even begin to cover the shit that this man has done. And I'm sure there's some things that we still don't know about what he's done. So yeah.
But first, speaking of his former artist, did y'all see, Chill? Did you see that fine ass Mark Curry, honey? I said, woo, child, he has aged well. And y'all know how I feel about a bald and bearded man, honey. My goodness, that motherfucker was fine. But
Yeah.
yes, honey,
Yeah.
some of that shit up in there. Oh, Mm. It's surprising. I want you to keep. I want the listeners to keep in mind. It's somebody who has like since I was little, since I was in a single digit age. I was reading like magazines, Essence and stuff. So I have a lot of this stuff that I have read or have seen about Diddy did not surprise me. This documentary surprised me. Excuse me, this docu-series surprised me, baby. It is a 4 episode docu-series, and when I tell you they get down, they don't waste no time in not near 4 episodes, honey. They get down to the rooter and the tutor. So
Yeah.
if you were questioning on whether you should watch or not, myself and my gorgeous chill and my icy chiller, we are telling you now, watch that shit. It is well worth it.
Yes, it's well done and it's very informative and it opens your eyes to a lot about Diddy. Like I say, what he's been accused of is just the tip of the iceberg, honey. Tip of the iceberg. He needs way more time in prison, in my opinion.
In mind.
Yeah.
Well, on to somebody else that y'all don't want to talk about, honey. Ray J. And
Oh
I
Lord.
and I have to say, when I tell you I know his sister's so tired of his ass, she about to end up blocking his fucking ass again, I tell you that. But I have this link here from Hot New Hip Hop. You all should see where it says Ray J puts Jay-Z and Beyonce on blast for allegedly ignoring Brandy on tour. Child,
What?
that girl.
He ain't you. What? Never
Got
mind.
his
I'm going
whole
back on
arrest
mute.
that he got his whole own arrest that he could be worried about right now. He still he anyway.
Why he worried about what those people are doing? Like
Because he's a messy
Meanwhile,
bitch.
this is so
meanwhile,
stupid.
Miss Tina and
So
didn't Miss Tina take a picture with them and
yeah,
Beyonce? They were at the concert. What is he talking about?
trying to stay relevant.
I mean, he's so damn embarrassing. Ooh.
hmm Well, Ray J is one artist who never hesitates to speak his mind online, no matter who it might upset. He did just that recently when he called out Jay Z and Beyonce for how they acted during his sister Brandy's The Boys Mind tour with Monica. In his eyes, they failed to show her the kind of love they should have despite attending multiple shows. Nigga need to pull up when they pull up to the show, he says in a video shared on Instagram. Come on, say what's up. Come on, say what's up to Brandy, Jay Z, and Beyonce for y'all to come to every show and not speak to B. I don't like that. I love you, Jay. I love you, B. Y'all two are the biggest stars in the world. In his caption, Ray J pointed out that his sister didn't know he was making the video and that she likely would not approve. Ain't no likely about it. She
Like,
definitely would not approve.
definitely.
Well, this is coming from the heart, and I love my family, and I love J and B. Brandy and the family did not co-sign this, he wrote. She's super focused on making every show great. I will probably get in trouble for this, but I love Jay Z and B. Ray J's latest rant comes just a few days after he got into a heated argument with his ex, Princess Love, and allegedly pulled a gun on her during a live stream. This resulted in an arrest and a permanent Twitch ban. He wasn't behind bars for long, and once he was released, he reflected on the experience publicly. Arguing with this nigga in here jacking off in jail, he recalled, it was crazy. Bro, I almost beat the nigga ass 4 times because I'm like, bro, I'm trying to survive in there. Bro, jacking off in there, bro. Under his bed, bro. It was crazy. I almost beat that nigga under his bed, bro, playing with me. Talking about Ray J, Ray J. It was a lot. Never go to jail, y'all. It's really bad. Well, you know what? I can say he ate with those last 2 sentences. Never go to jail, y'all. It's really bad. That's
I
probably the
mean,
most
that's the
honest
truth.
thing you have said in a long time, Ray.
I will say that, yes. But oh my God, you know what? Why are you really what you said? It's just about just trying to be relevant and say something. Of course, you're gonna throw out the biggest people's names to get some attention. Oh God, I
And we have a
know.
comment. Shut up, bro.
Oh God, really?
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I think we talked about this on the show recently. This is how he keeps his name in the media. And the thing that really threw me off when we already knew it was disingenuous to begin with, but he sold it a little too much by naming Jay-Z and Beyonce so many times in that video. Like you can tell he did it for the sake of trying to
Mm-hmm.
get attention. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't because they didn't show Brandy any love. Like if you want to use our rational brains, which he don't have, if we want to use our rational brains, the reason why they show up to the tour is to support their sister Kelly Rowland, who was on the tour. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's unrealistic for everyone, for someone who's coming to a show to support someone, say, oh well, I need to support everybody. That's not how that shit works. If they want to show up for their sister, that's family, you know. And I've never heard it, and I hate that this could potentially, well, knowing those delusional ass Beehive members, I said on recorded line, I do not care how they will attempt to create an issue out of nothing based upon what Ray J says, even though even though Beyonce and Brandy have never had any beef, well, public beef to my knowledge, and to create such a narrative, it's ridiculous, especially to icons in the world of music, you know. So I wish that he would take a cue from I won't say that, it's a little mean, but I just hope that we can hear less and less of him as time progresses. That's nice. That's nice.
That
There,
is
there
that
was
was the
beef though
best you.
between them when they were coming up. For sure.
But I think there was a picture with Monica and Brandy and the Knowles, and I thought I saw that. I know there was a picture with Kelly, and of course, yes, they were there to celebrate her. But I think they took pictures with all of the people, if I'm not mistaken.
Either way, it's irrelevant.
And really, and it was just trying to get some what we talked about the other day, trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he said it himself.
I wish he paid more attention to washing his ass than making stuff for social media.
And taking care of his child and quit fighting with his baby mama and all
Hello.
that
And
stuff.
pulling guns out on people, child.
I believe they're still
Stupid.
married actually.
And that's
Mm.
unfortunate for her. Y'all quit marrying these ignorant motherfuckers and legally tying yourself. Now you got to pay the government to break up with them. Stop marrying
Yeah.
these fools.
So I actually just did a quick Google search. I just asked that did Brandy and Beyonce have beef? It does show. It says in 2017, Brandy's former songwriter and friend TC claimed on social media that Brandy disliked Beyonce. Brandy quickly shut down these rumors, posting a photo of the two singers, Barbie doll, side by side, and stating, "I love me some B and I love me some Solange. Now I'm done with it." Okay, so maybe
Why?
so it looked like a messy gay started that rumor.
Mm-hmm. That makes no sense. Why would she hate Beyonce?
It's not
I
about
know.
hating. It's not about hating. It's just,
Well, why she would be
professional,
cool with her?
competitiveness and,
Please, people
you
be
know.
posting shit for clicks and monetization on Twitter. That shit is that's getting real old.
Mhm.
Former songwriter, so which tells me he hasn't been relevant for a while, and rightfully so.
And
Oop.
trying to get some clicks and views.
So
I
if
don't
you
know.
can,
And I
if,
don't see where they would have been beefing.
No,
if they don't let those two B ladies be great and let us enjoy them separately without the comparisons of trying to create some false ass narrative, it's so fucking tired. Like let us enjoy them both. They
right.
contribute so much to entertainment, not just music, and they deserve to be revered in their respective lanes.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
Hmm.
They
Well
both
put.
eating, so what's the point of that? You know,
None.
it's room
And
for everybody to eat. Leave.
and
Stop
speaking of
trying
eating,
to.
honey, I have to say I am really enjoying because y'all know I'm just really starting to use that TikTok shit like that. Y'all know I can't, I still can't stand that shit, but I know I got to use it to promote this show, right?
Oh
But
yeah,
y'all
we
know
turned
they
a
have
whole new leaf on you.
child. But they a lot of the users posted clips of the Boys Mind tour, and what a lot of them are posting is so. First of all, shout out to Brandon for even putting that song on the set list, honey. I thought from Full Moon, baby, that song is strictly for the stands. And not only did she put that song on the set list, honey, she got a whole TikTok dance challenge for that motherfucker. And when I
Oh,
tell
I
you,
have to
I
check
am
this out.
baby, it is everything, honey. Brandon is up there killing that shit, first of all. and, and she got the millennials up there really doing this TikTok dance challenge. It is so look up Brandy's I thought dance challenge. Y'all are just oh my god, it's just so now it almost has me wanting to learn to dance. So I'm gonna learn to dance, but I'm not getting on TikTok and record myself doing this shit. I'm just not that kind of bitch.
Look, Auntie, you that bitch. Cause why? The first thing I opened up in TikTok, it was you. I said, "Oh, I wasn't expecting that."
I'm trying to use that shit, honey.
Yes, and you are. Let me find this little TikTok dance. I ain't seen it. Hold on.
It is everything. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
and I would also like to add shout out to Sean Bankhead because he was
Yes.
one of the first of major ones of the dance community to really get that dance challenge popped off. And so, hey, I'm with you, Auntie. I don't use the tiki talkie like that. However, I must say that it makes my millennial heart proud to see a lot of the younger demographics not kind of but embrace art from decades prior and breathing new life into it. So I can understand how a lot of how the music landscape has shifted so much because these labels and these artists as well, they're seeing the pull that TikTok has and breathing new life into already iconic songs and shows and entertainment in general. So shout out to Sean.
Shout out to motherfucking Sean Bankhead, honey. Oh my god, that whoo, child. He be having these girls up here. I don't want to say boom catting because you know that's Lorianne's thing, but he be having these what he do TDD da 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 whatever his thing is, honey. He be having the girls up there shaking ass and doing that and does it very well. But and, honey, my thing with Brent, with after she gets done with killing that choreography, she always ends with "make some noise in this bitch." I'm like, yes, girl, give it to me. Oh God, I live for some B Rockle. Oh yes, and Human is her best album. Favorite tour.
Don't you start that bullshit today, Auntie.
oh, oh, sorry, I just had to do one little sneak. Because
Mm-mm.
y'all not gonna keep throwing shade at Brandon's best album. Y'all not gonna do that.
Worst album and worst wig. And I yield.
Well, speaking of worst wigs, Rashida Nicole. Now, I actually could not wait to do this story, honey, because y'all remember we actually haven't talked about them. I want to say the last time we talked about them was maybe like in April or something. But remember, Leangelo Ball, Jello Ball, and he had a whole messy thing where he literally left Nikki Medeiros, who we know as Miss Nikki Baby, he left her for Rashida Nicole and got Rashida Nicole pregnant and had Rashida Nicole cussing Nikki out on Facebook and all that shit. It was just a big old mess. Baby, now Rashida done did a whole 180. And y'all should see I just shared here by way of TMZ. Leangelo Ball's ex gives birth, claims she did not want him at the delivery. Messy, 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 honey.
So she thought she was gonna be different, huh? Woo, girl,
She
y'all got
thought
to stop thinking y'all gonna be different.
that is it. She thought she was going to be that exception, and now this is like number what 1,020,000 thirds, some odd, whatever number that is, of an example of you. He's never, girl. You lose him, how you get him. Y'all better
Hmm.
start listening to the old folks when they tell you that shit.
You thought that he dissed her, he was talking shit. You thought it was cool. You thought it was cute. You thought, oh, he loved me. And now
And then
you right there in the same position.
a single mom with a newborn, honey. So I hate to see it.
Okay, okay. Y'all gonna stop thinking your pussy get wetter than the next bitch. No, it don't. They will put their dick
Mhm.
in anything. Girl. And when I say anything, anything, they put their dick in a hole in the wall. Honey.
They put it in socks, girl. And speaking of, if y'all see like dried up socks laying around your laundry room, I would advise you not to touch them.
Crusty sock.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's too much technology out here today for y'all to still keep doing the same archaic ass bullshit. Girl, you're not different. You're not the exception. You're
That part.
not. I'm
Well,
sorry. Mm-mm.
don't be sorry she made this bed and lay in it because I feel like you said we're in the digital age and now there are just too many examples that you could have seen for yourself. But again, you blinded by this high yellow boy child anyway. Well, Leangelo Ball's third child was born recently, something his ex, Rashida Nicole, said he didn't get to witness at her request. Nicole shared the news via Instagram yesterday, explaining in a transparency post that she felt the final 5 months of her pregnancy, she spent the five final months of her pregnancy alone before welcoming Lilo Legacy to the world. I chose for my child's father not to be at my delivery, Nicole said. That decision came after months of emotional pain, hurtful words, and complete absence during the most vulnerable season of my life. For the last 5 months, I've done everything alone, every appointment, every milestone, every challenge. The
Mm.
model also revealed in the post that she apologized to Nikki Medeiros, Ball's ex, and the mother of his other two children. Nicole, right, right. But what I will say, I'm learning that it looks like Miss Nikki Baby, may be a girl's girl for real. But anyway, Nicole explained that their feud over the Hooper turned rapper ended when she learned later on that Ball was allegedly lying about the status of his relationship with Medeiros. Thank you to her and her family for supporting me during this pregnancy. Your grace
Mm.
means more than you know, Nicole said. I won't protect someone who never protected me, Nicole continued. Someone who disrespected me, lied on me, and pushed a one sided narrative to avoid accountability continue to inflict pain and build broken homes. So, no, I wasn't going to allow a 5 minute delivery room photo op for the internet. Nicole also confirmed their divorce, something she said isn't easy, but she's ready to embrace this new chapter.
Mm.
Okay, what did we learn?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
What did we learn?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Because I mean, honey, Ray Charles could have saw this, and I'm not even
She
saying Stevie
didn't
Wonder.
even
I want
get
to
through
use
the full pregnancy. That is,
that's the gaggle. I don't even want to use somebody who's alive and well like Stevie Wonder. I want to use someone who's no longer with us, Ray Charles. Ray Charles, even at 6 feet under and blind, could have seen this coming. Like,
mm,
girl,
mm.
please, please.
Not the dead people saw it coming.
Yes. I mean, it was there. It was there. And then she thought she was eating. Oh my gosh, she really thought she was going to be different.
Well, you know what? Basically, in my opinion, I don't think these women are quite that stupid. I think, he's making money. they're gonna get a big child support check because the bigger money you make, the bigger the check is, and they get to live pretty good when don't work and
Well,
or
his stupid
whatever.
ass quit playing basketball. He think he a rapper, and I ain't heard nothing besides that one song.
He
Child,
had another
he
one, but I mean, it
Pretty
ain't
good song though. I'll give him that.
it ain't burning up
that
no
one.
airwaves. I'm just thinking,
No, it ain't.
I like
you.
flavor that
I hope
guava.
you got a plan B because that child support could dry up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And I don't know if he gonna be making that much money too much longer, but okay, girl.
Okay, girl.
It's a lotto play. It's a lotto play.
Look, and they dumbass. Y'all be picking the wrong dudes. You thought he was gonna have some money. He quit basketball to be a rapper.
Oh,
That should be. You should have known then. He ain't gonna have money too much longer.
you should have had one for Stefan, girl.
Child,
He just
mm-mm.
handing them out at this point. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I found that the part where she said Miss Nikki Baby and her family was there to support her. That was I said,
Yeah, that
whoa.
was great. Yeah, because she knew that girl was stupid, and she gave her grace. And I love that another woman,
Yeah,
like, girl, she gave you grace.
Leangela
She let you
trash.
live.
She know that band is trash.
I wonder if
Ain't
it
it
was
that
Nikki's
girl's fault?
mom that she was talking about who was like helping to support because Nikki's mom has been on the show, of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She was the one that
Yeah,
cussed
Is her
out.
mom black?
No, I think they are
they
Arabian.
Italian or Egyptian or
Okay.
that's some shit. I don't know.
Okay. I was looking at the picture of her because I don't watch that, so I had to look. And I was like, is she supposed to be black or what is she supposed to
Mm-mm.
be?
Nikki's mama was the one who got into it with Masika Kalisha at the damn reunion, child. A hot
Mm-hmm.
mess. Oh, we have a comment. Kardashians can. Oh, Armenian, you
I
say?
mean, oh, okay.
Mm. Oh, so she is a white girl, white girl. Ooh, look, all this ambiguity she's giving. Oh, y'all love a little ambiguous. Come to find out, it's a white girl.
Girl like Rita Ora, honey. When I found out her ass, because I really thought that girl was biracial, like half black
Oh,
or
she's not
something.
biracial? Shit, you need
No,
to drop the T. What is she?
she's very Armenian.
A white girl? She a
Yes.
white girl? Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not. I thought she was biracial too. What?
She's not biracial. She's
She
not
is a.
biracial.
They
Go ahead,
they
favorite
come from
story.
the mountains of Caucasus. They come from the
Caucasus.
Caucasus of mountains. Oh, she is the original white. These are the original whites. Oh my god.
Hmm.
I did not know that.
Yes, honey. Go ahead, favorite story.
Well, she may not be bilateral. I did want to have a her ethnicity, gender correction. Her ethnicity is Moroccan, lesbian, Lebanese, and Italian. Sorry. So she's
But
Moroccan, Lebanese, and Italian.
that
Okay.
don't equal black.
Well, she's
Not Lebanese,
bilateral,
Blanche.
somewhat.
That's what's giving her that curly hair a little bit. Okay.
She's just
But
not
she's
our.
still white.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Okay.
The curly hair is a wig.
Oh,
Oh,
but the one thing she is a cancer. That's why she's a girl's girl. She's a cancer. She gave that girl grace. Okay. I see. She a June cancer. We are very
And their children are gonna be siblings. I mean, that's really
mhm.
the proper way to do it. There's no sense in
It
being mad
is.
at the other woman. Their children are related, so good for them. Good for her
Yeah,
that she
that's the
has
best thing
support.
to do.
It really
Hmm.
is. I'm happy that it's that way. That's the
well,
adulting way.
well. Speaking of the adulting way, honey, let's talk. Let's get into some black news, honey, about some black cousins fighting.
Oh
Oh
Lord.
no.
Yes, honey. So, y'all familiar with Daz Dillinger, Snoop Dogg's cousin,
Yeah,
No.
Des. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. West Coast Des. Him
West
and
Coast?
what's it called? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all should see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop. Snoop Dogg claps back at cousin Daz Dillinger over shady death row allegations. And baby, when I tell you this shit is messy, and Snoop Dogg issued a stern warning saying, "Look, Leave me alone. You know when
Fuck
niggas say
Snoop.
that?
I disappear you. I'm just kidding. No, no.
Fuck Snoop. I still don't like his ass. You know what? Fuck him.
Honestly. But and now we'll talk more about, fuck Snoop, after this story. But
Okay, yeah.
Snoop Dogg went off on Daz Dillinger in a new video circulating on social media, warning his cousin to stop criticizing him publicly. Dillinger previously accused Snoop of kicking him off Death Row Records for refusing to sign over the publishing rights to his music catalog. He's brought up his dispute several times in recent weeks. I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? Snoop said in his response. Um, in a minute, I'm gonna fuck you up, cuz on some real shit. Not physically, but business wise, cuz you a broke ass motherfucker right now. So I'm gonna fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me the fuck alone. Speaking about the situation on his YouTube channel, Dillinger accused Snoop of copywriting his music without his consent. They tried to go behind my back and trademark all of my work and then flaunt it in my face like, we got it. That's all we wanted because we're going to sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. Let's see. Despite their family ties, Snoop Dogg and Daz Dillinger have been at odds for years. Back in 2013, Snoop referenced a rift between them during an interview with Noisy, telling the outlet, I had to cut out family members. Me and my cousin Daz fell out before. When me and him fell out, it was like, I taught you everything you know. I put you in the game, and you go against me? But that's what the laws of the game do. A decade later, Dillinger confirmed that they were still at odds in a video on Instagram. Me and Snoop been feuding for a little bit because the older cousin trying to punk the little cousin. But I'm not going for that shit because I beat niggas up for you. You don't beat niggas up for me, cuz, he said in 2023 as caught by Hip Hop DX. Dillinger also hinted at having a diss track in store for Snoop before the release of his latest album, Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back 3, which dropped in September. Mm, mm.
Did you say Snoop dropped the album?
No, Daz.
Oh, Dad did. Oh, that's fine.
Hmm.
Listen.
Yep,
Uh,
Daz was the one who dropped the latest album. And believe it or not, he actually have because I seen some little clips on TikTok. A lot of people are like giving it rave reviews. So apparently, it's a really really good album.
well, he's a good producer. He produced a lot of the beats back in the day, along with Dre, like a lot of the good songs and stuff like that.
Baby, I am screaming at these comments in the chat. So we have fuck Snoop and his thin plaits, and then they say his skinny Uncle Ruckus looking ass.
Hmm. Okay, skinny Uncle Ruckus. Yes, love it. Go ahead, Will.
Brandy needs to get her family together. Her brother's acting up. Her cousin Snoop is acting a fool. I don't know what's going on with that bloodline, but hopefully she could reel it in and somebody get them together because they are cutting up today or this week.
Well, yes, very that. And really, why? As promised, I wanted to go back to the fuck Snoop because, well, first of all, what his ass did with that whole conversation about the telling his grandkids about the two women kissing in the Buzz Lightyear movie, but then immediately after that, right? He want to start. What's he doing? Some shit where he was trying to do something for a gay organization or some shit. I'm like pandering, pretty much. And I'm like, nigga, come on now.
Because
Like,
he's a pandering ass bitch.
oh, oh, oh.
And I said it on a recorded line, and it ain't alleged, and I'm still beefing about that whole little bullshit going up there to do some shit for the Trump campaign after you. Oh no, it's no forgiveness. You dead to me, homie. I don't fuck with you. A
No,
very
that's
selfish move. I don't care who you was trying to get out of jail. I don't care. You went from fuck him and all this shit in the first administration to tap dancing. Fuck you.
hmm Then gonna try to tell us that we don't know what's going. What he say? Oh, what you gonna get me mad at 30 people or make $30 million or some shit? He said. I'm like, nigga, fuck
Yeah,
you.
and then for that stupid ass trying to defend yourself ass comment, fuck him. Go kick it with them D-rated celebrities that Trump be having over there. Got you niggas over there tap dancing for his punk ass. Ugh.
Well, I'm actually looking for that. Yep, I found it. Somehow it didn't end up on my notepad, honey, when I was show prepping. But since y'all were bringing up Trump, and we can just go ahead and get this story out the way too. With the now I feel like I'm gonna have to start streaming Sabrina Carpenter's music a little bit more, cause I mean this that little white girl, she be it's cute, and she knows her place as a cute little white girl, so I like that about her. But honey, oh, you about to find out. We have a comment in the chat. Why, baby? We about to find out why. Because she has a backbone, and I fuck with people who stand for something. So I have this link here from TMZ, and you should see where it says here: White House compares ICE arrest to Sabrina Carpenter's sex position. Child,
What the
Sabrina
fuck?
Carpenter. Yes, honey. Sabrina Carpenter is the latest pop artist to have her song be used by the White House's social media account to promote the administration's deportation efforts in America. But has this one taken it too far? Yes, it has. Because Sabrina even said something about it. Um, let's see. The latest feed-worthy video is a montage of several arrests made by the Justice Department Homeland Security soundtrack to Sabrina's hit song Juno with the lyrics "Have you ever tried this one?" making fun of each detainee's physical position as they're getting arrested. If you're unfamiliar, after she sang the lyric in concert, Sabrina demonstrated a different sex position on each stop of her recently wrapped Short and Sweet tour. Sabrina isn't the only pop princess to have her song used for DHS missions. Olivia Rodrigo had her song "All American Bitch" recently tipped off to promote self deportation on the DHS Instagram account, and Olivia didn't hold back once she got word of the video. The Disney actress and singer commented, "Don't ever use my songs to promote your racist, hateful propaganda" on the video, and the song has since been removed. Unclear from whose end. Sabrina and Olivia had actually squashed their rumor feud earlier this year, so it'll be interesting to see if Sabrina Carpenter follows in Olivia's footsteps and claps back at the White House for using her own short and sweet single. Olivia actually did clap back, and I was looking for this. Actually, did not have Olivia's clap back, so Olivia clapped back, and then the White House actually clapped back at Olivia, and that's what I'm looking for. So give me 1 second, let me find that. And while I'm trying to find it, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I mean, while they're at it, they should have just used Sabrina's song "Man Child" for obvious reasons. If you were to read the lyrics of that song, it falls right in line with that whole everything that's going on. But they chose that one instead. That's an interesting choice. But good for these younger artists for speaking up and not tap that to like Uncle Ruckus and his fuck shit and his cronies, who they stand for something. And the music is not meant to be like a balladier. It fills a space in the current landscape of the music industry, and it's enjoyable. You tap your foot to it, snap a little fingers, take a little stroll down with your blonde hair blowing in the wind, that type of music.
Are you saying that she has better music and lyrics than the other blonde lady across the way?
Which one is that?
The popular one that is like mayonnaise.
The one the one that can't dance, or the one that sings in cursive?
The one who can't do either. And yeah, so and yes, in my opinion, from what I've heard, yeah, I will actually go on record and say, SC's music is better than that mayonnaise girl.
Mm. The one that's engaged will.
With the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, anything is better than that half. Ill.
I have yet to hear any Sabrina's music, but if she's better than the mayonnaise girl, then why not?
It's fun music. That other girl tries to be too serious. So I won't harp on this too long. She is having identity crisis because she once fell into the this she was the archetype for what white girls are, and now that she's aging out, she's spiraling out of control, and we see it in real time. Even though
Hmm.
she hasn't done anything egregious, but you can tell like she was the poster child of what a white woman or white girl is supposed to be. And now that she's of a certain age, now she no longer fits into that, and so she doesn't know what to do with her database and blah 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 blah. But she's never been great. It was if we know just what happens when folks of that demographic, they rally behind anything that's mediocre and hype it up more than it really needs to be.
Mhm.
Well, yes, yes, they do.
Yep. And this is the so she replied, she said, "This video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda." And then the White House has responded to her. You see where it says a White House spokesperson, Abigail Jackson, tells TMZ, here a short and sweet message for Sabrina Carpenter. We won't apologize for deporting dangerous criminal, illegal murderers, rapists, and pedophiles from our country.
Oh boy.
Anyone who would defend these sick monsters must be stupid, or is it slow?
Oh wow.
Uh,
Yeah,
Meanwhile, they ain't arrested
fuck these
or
people.
removed a dangerous criminal. Not one day. They up there deporting abuelas and abuelos and workers,
Hmm.
people and babies and kids that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Hmm.
They have gotten a few criminals, but for the most part, the most people they are deporting the hardworking people who just want a better life. I
And
ain't
and
seen them
and
once go in a
criminal
neighborhood full of graffiti where the gangs live, and they know goddamn well where they are. It ain't no secret because cops won't even go in some of them damn neighborhoods. I haven't seen them one time be seen in none of those neighborhoods rounding up the gangsters that they claim they're getting rid of. Why is that? Why?
Hmm. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
and I just want to say they think they ate with that last line because for those who aren't familiar, that whole "stupid" or maybe "slow" is a line from the song I referenced earlier, "Man Child,"
Mm-hmm.
which still doesn't make any fucking sense because it doesn't go along with what the song is actually about. So double homicide.
Yeah, well, they always say shit that they are. They accuse other people of being stupid and slow when you could just look in the mirror and get
clearly
right,
they are
you
the
know,
stupid and the slow.
and the slow. Everything they accuse others of doing is what they do and what they are. But okay, go off, girl. Ain't nobody falling for that bullshit. That is such propaganda. That girl looked tired. Carolyn, let me tell you something. All them lies you telling for this man got you up there looking like 10 years older already. You needs to watch out, okay? Because he don't care about you. In case you didn't know that, I'm telling you, he doesn't care about you.
Well,
Look, he gonna
well,
have to pardon that whole administration before he leave. He pardoned everybody in there because
Everybody,
they going to jail. You hear me?
everybody.
I mean, show no shade, but when that gonna happen anyway? Considering the
Oh well,
Well,
look,
let's
the
just
new
say it's
sorry,
tea is
accelerated.
sorry.
the new tea is that the Democrats might get the House even before the 26 midterms because of
Yeah,
all the Republicans
that are quitting.
quitting
Yep.
and stuff
Not
like
running
that. And
again. Yep.
so that is the new tea out here on the streets is they shook. They
The
shook us.
rats are jumping ship. They like, fuck this. I'm out. I
And,
done made my millions in the stock market with this insider trading. I'm done.
and
Yeah.
Yep.
go
Yep.
ahead, favorite Taurus.
Even with all those, even with all those fuck ass pardons, like folks still tend to not realize like all the bad shit that you do or are a part of, it still manifests itself in various ways in your life. It doesn't matter if you go to jail or not. So, in the grand scheme of things, those pardons don't mean a goddamn thing because everything comes back. Every single thing, regardless of what it is and who thinks they're absolved of whatever, it always comes back and it hits you at the heart. It could be something related to you. It could be something related to your loved ones or things that you care about the most. That shit always comes back. So fuck a pardon.
Amen.
Here,
Carla
here.
never don't care.
Mm-mm.
And Moon, before we started recording, you mentioned something that I wanted to get more information about, but you mentioned that Trump said something about
Oh,
Somalians.
oh yes, they are sending ICE to Minnesota, where we know that is probably the largest Somalian population in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke about at that cabinet meeting yesterday. He called Elon Omar, who is I think she's a senator. Um, from the state. Maybe she's a house. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, called her trash and garbage and said Somali people are
Wow.
trash and
Wow.
that they come here, they come from a place of terror, and then all they do is complain and complain, and that they're just trash and horrible people. That's what he said.
Mm.
That is what he said.
Wow.
Um, yes. So here we go again. So,
Yeah,
Somali people in Minnesota, y'all do what y'all can.
they revoked the Haitians' protections. They coming after some. It ain't. We knew it wasn't going to stop at the Hispanics. I mean, we already knew that. And if other minorities don't see
Apparently,
that
they
coming,
didn't know.
yeah, I don't know how, because I didn't see it stopping there. He'll be deporting
Well,
Americans too. You watch, criminals.
well, and yes, and again, black folks who yelled at me on Twitter about how they ain't going nowhere, they can't do nothing to
Mm,
me. I said,
mm,
"Ooh, guess what they gonna try and figure out to do?
mm.
They gonna try and figure it out. And if they got
Forget
to
it.
start with the jails, what they gonna do when they
Yep.
start transporting y'all loved ones who are in jail
The
out of
South.
here? If that's where they can start."
Yep. They can do that.
Hmm.
And I've watched the prisons in the third world countries, and baby, you do not want to go to prison in a third world country. You just don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, just like they sent them over to Venezuela. Was it no, not Venezuela, but
El
where
Salvador,
was it? El Salvador. Some of the
worst.
worst prison, and the people, and the thing is, they'll take them because the
They pay.
government was paying them,
Yeah, they're paying them to. Uh huh. They'll take them.
and so
And what you
what
gonna
can you
do?
do?
You gonna be over there?
Exactly,
Oh, call my
exactly,
lawyer. What your lawyer gonna do? You in El Salvador?
and quick, fast,
Yep.
and it'll be just like they were sending people before we even knew they was already gone.
Yep.
And so,
Yep. Fuck around and find out.
y'all protect your loved ones, protect the communities. I know in New Orleans, because they down there messing with the Hispanic population down there, that one of the restaurants said that they were closing down until ICE, left the area. And the whole community came out and bought out their whole inventory so that they could survive during that time while they're closed. So,
And we have a
because they,
comment. I'll be happy when my time on this earth is up because I'm sick of it, honey. I agree. Like,
well, I don't want to be gone that quickly, but I'm sick of this shit too. But I want it to go away while I'm still here.
Yeah,
hmm
I ain't trying to leave right now, but I get what I do understand what you're saying, BB.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
do
really
too.
not just about this administration. It's about the shit that's going on with the economy and
Oh, all of it.
everything's going up but paychecks. And I don't know how sustainable they think this is continue. They have a hotel here that was like a long-term stay. Some people have been staying at this hotel 2, 3, 4 years. It's a long-term stay. And this guy, the owner, suddenly gave all these people an eviction notice to be out in like 2 days because he has sold the place. But
Mm,
they have tenants' rights because they've been there so long. And these people, cannot be evicted in 2 days because, you're a tenant if you've been living anywhere that long, even if it's just a hotel, a motel, or whatever.
right.
So, they were beside themselves. Like, what are they going to do? They can't afford to just pick up and move like that. So, and then the next story I heard was how the funding for the lawyer the lawyers that help poor people like this, I forget what the
Hmm.
name of it is, but it's a place you can go if you don't have any money and you need a lawyer, right? They
Hmm.
have a company here like that. They are trying to defund them.
Of course they are.
I'm like,
Legal aid.
yeah, it's like a legal aid place. Yeah.
You know Hot Wheels is evil, and if he get another, he's running again. If y'all don't get him out of there, oh my
They say
God.
even if he sold it, it would be up to the coming owner to do official evictions, you can't just put those people out in 2 days because you saw the place. It just doesn't work like that. So
You
now
should
they
have
have
been gave them a
le-
notice.
yeah, they have legal help. But he was trying to put them people out in just a couple of days. Just
Nasty.
nasty work,
They've
nasty
been
work.
paying. They've been paying and sustaining your business, and then you
Hmm.
do them like that.
For
This is
years.
evil.
Yeah,
Evil. Just evilness.
don't care, don't care. So yeah, the legal aid, they trying to defund them now. I'm like, wow, trying to cut their
Mm.
funding in half. So basically, yeah, they don't give a fuck about poor people around here.
Well, and when the poor people start voting against their own interests, and this is where, I mean, if you see all the red states, they continue to vote against their own interests year after year after year. It's the most idiotic thing I have ever seen in my life. Like, I don't know when you wake up and just see that these people don't mean you no good at all. I don't care what your ideology is. Like, you're being kept and oppressed, and then and then you want to be racist because they say the black. Oh, never mind. I
Well, a
digress.
lot of people didn't vote, and I'm thinking maybe a lot of these people didn't vote. They don't have cars and what, they're poor.
Oh,
A
them
lot of
people. Oh, yeah,
them
yeah,
are
yeah. I'm not talking
white
about
and
them
stuff, but I'm just
specifically.
saying they probably didn't agree to what's going on, or maybe they did. I don't know, but they
Not
definitely.
the
Uh,
particular hotel people. I'm not referring
no,
to
I know you're
them.
not. I know you're not, but I'm saying, a lot of those people of that persuasion didn't even vote. They didn't necessarily agree with what's going on. So, but anyway, go ahead, Will.
As it relates to the people that Miranda was referring to at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let them cook.
Hmm.
Let
Well, they're harming all of us at this point, but they got their way. But
and then the mental gymnastics that they're going to have to jump through to recognize and accept accountability for the choices that they made, and it affects other people. It may not even happen in their lifetimes, considering the nature of the ideology that they feed into, which is a farce outside of it. It ultimately is a farce when you think about it. Like, and they're too dumb to realize it. But you know what? Hey, more power to them. When things improve, because I'm a firm believer that things will improve. The pendulum always swings the other way. I, I hope and pray that they recognize that it was due to them that we all were experiencing some instance of the fuck shit in the first place. It was because of their choices and their mind
mhm.
and their thinking about people who do not look like them. You know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of looking like somebody, hun, and y'all know them deep fake, hun, where people can just use AI to put any well, they can't do that on mine because I was smart enough from a long time ago not to upload my damn photo to none of these AI. It's like that's gonna generate a polished product of myself. But that's I can understand why y'all did it. I just knew back then it wasn't a good idea. And now y'all see they can to make videos of you doing or saying something that you have no business saying. And Justice Smollett, he finally addressed the Kendrick Lamar deepfake. Remember, Kendrick Lamar in one of his videos showed him turning into Justice Smollett's face. But I just shared this link from Hot New Hip Hop. Justice Smollett finally addressed his viral Kendrick Lamar deepfake. Well, Kendrick Lamar made one heck of a statement 3 years ago with the fifth entry in his Heart Part song series. With the help of Deep Voodoo, the deepfake studio from the creators of South Park, he passionately rapped about perspectives in Black culture. He didn't shy away from the uglier parts either, showcasing just how honest he wanted to come across. From from Kobe, Kanye West, and O.J. Simpson, Lamar chose some pretty polarizing figures overall. Another of those included actor Justice Smollett, who has faced a lot of hate in the last several years. Just a few months before this video release, May 8th of 2022, the Empire Star was found guilty on 5 of 6 disorderly conduct counts. Um, those, of course, stem from his infamous those, of course, stem from his infamous arrest in February of 2019 after staging an alleged hate crime in a Chicago neighborhood. He was also sued for $130,000 3 months following his claims of being attacked. Furthermore, Smollett was accused of filing a false police report. Overall, this move by Kendrick Lamar was celebrated by many. However, a thought that could emerge if he meant any harm. Even if some believe that Justice Smollett is here to state that he doesn't have a problem with it at all. Let me go down to okay. So during a recent interview with ex NFL quarterback Cam Newton, Jesse was asked if he hates Kendrick for the deep fake. I love Kendrick Lamar, he stated. What I got an issue with him for? He continues, I don't know Lamar, so it's kind of like what would be the reason for me to have an issue with him because he doesn't know me either. Cam interjects by saying because he believes that Lamar, for example, knows his situation. However, Smollett couldn't care less. That's fine. I don't know what Kendrick meant by the video, so I respect him as an artist, and that's about as far as it can go. He then jokes, saying that he's not going to be putting out a diss track of any kind towards Lamar. Overall, the outside noise and jokes about his arrest were the least of my concerns, he says. Thankfully, in May, it was reported that the city of Chicago and Smollett reached a settlement. Afterwards, he donated to two foundations in the area while accusing officials of trying to convince him to come clean. They wanted my money and an admission, and they've gotten neither. Mm. I mean, I have said multiple times I stand with Justin Smollett. I knew I mean, you can't sit here to. Y'all gave me two choices. When this story broke, y'all gave me two choices. Do I believe the Chicago Police Department, who has a history of lying, or do I believe another black guy? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and believe the other black guy. Because for one, I don't. Now he can't. There, I have seen some things that make him look like a stunt queen. I ain't gonna lie, but at the end of the day, I'm still supporting my gay black brother. Cause how the community turned on him, I still think y'all we really need to have a come to Jesus moment. Cause wow, y'all were really so quick to believe the Chicago Police Department against Justice Smollett and two boys with a Nigerian background. Are you kidding me? We have a comment. I love Bussy Smollett. You better work. But yeah, that's that on that, honey. So what I got? Oh, this next story. I just want to let the all my listeners know I am literally. So once I discovered that when it comes to Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, where I post my clips, I've learned that I have a large number of men who follows this content. So I'm like, wow. Now, one that was actually surprising. Shout out to y'all. I don't know, but shout out to the men that actually can stomach through this shit because I be talking shit about y'all, especially about the heterosexual men. But I'm like, I'm gonna do this next story for them. So I'm telling y'all, I'm literally only doing this story so I can clip it and post it onto the other place. So there's gonna be some sports shit that I don't know I don't even know who this nigga is. Who the fuck is a Chris Paul? Chris Paul that used to play for the Clippers. Y'all know him or know of him?
Of course, he's a legend.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I didn't know that. oh, oh, oh. We have a comment. A fine nigga. Okay. Oh, and he also balls. Okay. So he sounds like an all-around great guy that I have no idea about.
No surprise there.
Well, I'm sharing this link from TMZ here. And you all should see where it says Chris Paul abruptly kicked off Clippers in retirement season.
Oh, ouch.
hmm So, future Hall of Famer Chris Paul isn't getting a chance to ride off into the sunset with the LA Clippers. The team just abruptly cut ties with the franchise great in the middle of a road trip. CP3 announced the shocking news himself in the middle of the night, going to Instagram to say, he just found out I'm being sent home with a peace sign emoji from Atlanta, where the team is slated to play the Atlanta Hawks on Wednesday. Later on, Clippers executive Lawrence Frank confirmed to ESPN the team is moving forward without Paul, adding it will work with him on the next step of his career. It's no secret the Clippers are not great this season. They have just 5 wins in 21 games. It's not like the 40-year-old Paul was putting up the same numbers he did in his prime, but the consensus is the guy deserved much better than a kick to the curb. Chris is a legendary Clipper who has had a historic career, Frank told the outlet. I want to make one thing very clear. No one is blaming Chris for our underperformance. I accept responsibility for the record we have right now. There are a lot of reasons why we struggled, he continued. We're grateful for the impact Chris has made on the franchise. Uh, Paul was averaging just under 15 minutes a game as a bench player and was putting up around 3 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds a contest. It was the second go round for Paul in the City of Angels. He was a key piece of the Lob City era when Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan from 2011 through 17 and bounced around to several franchises before the reunion of his past offseason. So, what's next? Chances are Paul will find another home before calling it a career. And then his final destination will be the Hoops Hall in Springfield. Okay, so there you go. You heterosexual motherfuckers, don't say I don't never do nothing for y'all. That was for y'all. I don't know, nor care about nothing. You see, I didn't even know who or what a Chris Paul was. If I was to see this man at a supermarket hunt, I would be just like Kiki Palmer. I hate to say it, I hope it don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. Like walking up to me across the street, I wouldn't know a thing. Oh, we have a comment. He could dribble my ball. Mm. Why would you want that now, girl? He poor now, hun. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. These are the people you need to be asking us about, not BX the plug. Shut up, Beezus. You know what, Beezus? Fuck you. So that is that on that, honey. So yeah, well, thank y'all for giving me a education on Chris Paul. I didn't know. I didn't know who he was, and I certainly didn't know he was that nigga. So shout out to him. But yeah, he's that nigga that's about to go
Yes.
somewhere else.
Look here. Again, fighting for my life to get back in here for this story. I was like, yes, I know about Chris Paul. Yes, I'm basketball. Yes.
Work, honey.
Yes,
You
he is that
certainly
man.
know way more than me.
Oh, yeah. No, no, no. Okay. Clippers cut ties. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Oh, they cut ties around. He kind of has an arrogant, like, stigma around him, unfortunately.
Oh, that's why so many people up in the comments want to give him so much pussy, honey. I know that's right. Bitches love arrogance, honey. I'm one of the bitches, so I get it. I get it, honey. Well, speaking of arrogance, I don't know if this is arrogant or just like a video that was done to, maybe like, because you know how, okay, so I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even say this on a recorded line, but you kind of know how, have you all have ever, and Icy Chiller, please cover your ear. Have you all ever maybe wanted to call out of work so bad you faked an illness and you went maybe to the emergency room or to the clinic just so you can get some doctor paperwork? I Look, we have and did, okay? I've done that several times. but But now I'm not saying that this is what that boxer Chris Eubanks Jr. is doing. I'm just saying it just happens to look a little funny. I'm sorry. So I have this link from TMZ here, and you all should see where it says boxer Chris Eubanks Jr. reveals health issues in concerning video. And it looks concerning. He looks knocked out around a whole bunch of medical staff, but what the hell is going on? So, boxing star Chris Eubanks Jr. just posted an alarming video on Instagram revealing weeks after his fight that he's been dealing with health issues for quite some time. The middleweight fighter shared the clip on Tuesday, showing himself surrounded by staffers in a medical facility. In the video, it appears Eubanks is under anesthesia and the medical team prepares for an examination. I've been dealing with a lot of health issues over the last year, and yeah, it all finally caught up to me last month, Eubanks Jr. said in the caption. Eubanks Jr. had his rematch with Conor Benn at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last month, which resulted in a loss. In fact, TMZ Sports spoke with Eubanks Jr. before the match, and he told us the fight was very personal and vowed to defeat Benn in a devastating fashion. However, Chris fell short and was defeated by a unanimous decision. I will not box again until I'm back to 100%, and I don't know when that will be, but one thing's for certain. For the fans that have supported me through thick and thin, I will do everything in my power to make sure that one day the old me makes a big comeback. Eubanks Jr. said. Eubanks Jr. is the son of former boxing champ Chris Eubanks, currently holds a 35-4 record with 25 knockouts and has held multiple titles, including the WBA interim middleweight belt twice. It's unclear what he's been dealing with, but we hope he gets better soon. And yeah, I want to see. I mean, I know it's not going to be much you can tell from this video, my icy chili. But in your professional opinion, like, what is so? Is this an examination? Is he about to go into surgery? What? Because it's only 21 seconds, and it just looks like he's knocked.
It looked like they're about to put a scope down, the EGD, like take it down his esophagus and explore his stomach. Maybe he has a bleeding ulcer or some kind of GI problem, but they're about to scope him, so that's why they have that tube in his mouth to pass the the scope down. And then
Oh,
they're gonna look on the screen. You see the screen back there. You could see kind of where he was starting to put it in, and you could see it coming up. Yeah. hmm
now was the medical team recording that, or was that somebody from his party doing that? Because I don't. The medical team don't.
No, yeah, the medical team probably wasn't recording that. That probably was somebody in there that they allowed to record it. Because generally, even if you're recording, you see how everybody had their back turned. You're not even supposed to get the medical team on camera
Mm-hmm.
unless he agreed to let them record it for something or other. Since he is a known person, he may have agreed to it, but generally, that doesn't happen. And especially broadcasted on a website, so he had to agree to that.
Like I said, he was doing this shit to try to get out of work, honey. Or because don't you have to pay money even if you lose a boxing match? And it says that this story said he's lost miserably after saying he this was a very personal match for him and he was going to beat the brakes off that being guy. He did not do so and unanimously lost. And now all of a sudden, oh, I got some health issues I've been dealing with. They finally caught up with me.
Well, yeah, but I think the loser gets a purse too. The winner just gets a much bigger purse. It's not
Ah.
like you don't get paid anything. You do make money. You just don't make as much as the winner. Yeah, that's the esophagoscopy they're about to do. Yes, yes, yes. And I mean, depending on what's going on down there, that can affect your performance. You know, but I don't know. It just says health issues. I'd have to know exactly what it is that he's suffering from.
Chris, call us because we want to know. Give us a ring.
Come on the show. You can talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Mhm. Yes, honey. Oh,
Yeah.
well, speaking of, I actually hate to have to talk about this next story, but now this is for my So You Think You Can Dance fans, honey. I know for sure myself and my favorite tours, we were huge fans of that show when it was on, especially the first couple of seasons. But a favorite from season 2 actually just passed away because of a long battle with cancer. So I just shared this link from TMZ. You should see where it says, So You Think You Can Dance star Danielle Jones dead at only 46.
Oh.
Yeah, she was certainly a favorite. Definitely one of mine. Well,
Mm.
So You Think You Can Dance star Danielle Jones has died after a long battle with breast cancer.
Mm.
The tragic news was shared on her Instagram Tuesday with the heartbreaking announcement reading, Today at 8:34 a.m., Danielle Denise Wilson transitioned. A wife, a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a warrior who kicked cancer's ass every single day she was here. Jones was diagnosed with a stage 3C breast cancer nearly a decade ago, and despite treatments, it progressed to stage 4 metastatic breast cancer.
Oh.
She competed on season 2 of the hit reality dance competition in 2006, finishing third behind Travis Wall and winner Benji Schwimmer. A week before her death, Jones confirmed she was in hospice and preparing for death, noting, I have done everything possible to extend my time here in this dimension. At this point, I have surrendered to whatever God's will is. Schwimmer paid tribute to his fellow dancer following the news of her death, sharing clips of her performing on So You Think You Can Dance on Instagram, along with a video of himself speaking about the impact she made on him and the world. In a tearful clip, he said their dance partnership was like a marriage, but in some ways closer. Again, she was only 46, and TMZ ends with rest in peace.
Oh no.
Yep. Go ahead, favorite
Sad,
Taurus.
man. Damn.
Like even though like the fans knew it was coming, it still hurts. You
Yeah.
know, we were so optimistic for Danielle because she had been battling for so long, and even through her illness, like I wish they would have spoke on the fact that she was able to still accomplish so much in the dance world,
Mm-hmm.
even though she had cancer. More notably, I'm not sure if you all or remember, my mother was honored by the Billboard Music Award. I believe it was the Icon Award, and one of her biggest aspirations was to dance for Janet Jackson, and she was able to accomplish that. And I believe it was like 3 days after she had been hospitalized, dealing with some
Oh
ailments and related
wow.
to dealing with cancer. So for her to still be able to accomplish things like that and dance on such a worldwide stage with an icon like Janet, that's something that should be spoken about more. You know, like
Yeah.
the cancer did not stop her to
Yeah.
from
She lived
accomplishing
a
whatever it
decade.
is, whatever she wanted to do. She accomplished it even with cancer. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
glad that she's at peace now. You know, of course, us fans are mourning right now because again, we knew it was coming, but still, it hits us hard.
Yeah.
But shout out to her family, especially her husband Tahir, who has been such a pillar of strength for her and her family. And what also folks don't know, I believe that she actually died on her mother's birthday as well.
Oh,
Oh shit.
she's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. Rest in peace,
Rest in
Danielle. I
peace,
didn't know
Queen.
anything about her, but what an accomplishment of a decade of dealing with cancer is number one. You know, and the fact that she did accomplish some things that maybe she wanted to during that time was phenomenal. So rest in peace, Queen.
Yes, indeed. Rest in peace, Queen.
Mm.
Well, about to do another 180 because now this next story. So now y'all know what I'm actually starting to see a lot of, because we talked about, even this is going to be the third story about this, or maybe even the fourth. I
Mm.
feel like it's because there's one I'm missing. But have y'all noticed that when it comes to these hip hop artists, particularly the young ones, there's like a whole influx of lawsuits when it comes to the touring company, because we talked about it with Rod Wave, we talked about it with Turk and stuff, and now we're about to talk about it with Travis Scott. So I have this link here from All Hip Hop. Oop, I'm about to share the wrong damn link. My bad. I was about to share the link of Danielle again. Let me get this link here. Here we go. So you all should see where it says here, and it's an exclusive with All Hip Hop. Travis Scott dramatically escalates war in $100 million Utopia tour stage dispute.
Mm.
So Travis Scott wants a federal judge in Los Angeles to hit a stage building company with harsh penalties after a failed $100 million stage project for his Utopia themed Circus Maximus tour turned into a legal mess. Scott and his touring company, XX Global or Double X Global, I don't know how this name, but anyway, they're asking Magistrate Judge Autumn D. Spaeth to either throw out Show Motion's engineering's legal defense entirely or impose strict evidence sanctions and an additional $15,225 in legal fees. They claim the Wyoming based company ignored a September court order that already fined them $10,825 and warned them of more severe consequences if they continue stalling. Scott's legal team says they've been chasing basic documents since March 28th, including emails about the stage and a decade's worth of financial records. After a 1 month extension, Show Motion allegedly went quiet until Scott's side filed a motion to compel. The company then submitted late responses without any actual documents. Judge Rosalind Rosenbluth ordered Show Motion to comply by October 27th, including turning over all documents responsive to the request and paying the original $10,825 fine. But according to Travis Scott's attorney, the company submitted only a 3-page revenue summary, a single tax document for 1 year, and no supporting materials such as invoices or bank statements. Enough is enough, the motion states, urging the court to strike the company's answer and enter a default judgment. If the judge won't go that far, Travis Scott wants the court to treat certain facts as proven, including that Show Motion never had permission to use his name or likeness in marketing or display his Utopia set designs. These issues are central to Scott's original lawsuit, which was first reported by All Hip Hop. Travis Scott says he paid more than $1.5 million for a custom stage for the 2023 launch of the Circus Maximus tour. The agreement required Show Motion to fully assemble the set at its Wyoming facility for inspection before final payment. According to court records, the company never completed the build and refused to release the set when Scott's team withheld more funds due to missed deadlines. The master stage was ultimately unusable as the tour began. Despite the courtroom battle, Scott's Circus Maximus World Tour ended on a high note. According to Billboard Box Score, the tour grossed around $265 million across 85 shows, drawing more than 2.1 million attendees across 6 continents, honey. I don't know why y'all like that ugly boy so much, but good for y'all. Y'all love that ugly ass Travis Scott. To me, really, is once I saw that in that motherfucker in one of his concert telling somebody who was sitting there minding his business, talking about you looking over there like y'all a group of dudes. He said y'all looking over there like a bunch of fucking queers or something. He said. I was like, nigga, fuck you, you ugly fuck. But yeah, that's that on that, honey. But I mean, in his defense, though, you can't sit there and pay $1.3 million for you to get a stage done. Y'all don't do the shit. Now you've already been fined. You don't want to run me my money. We ask you to send court documents and shit. You pussyfooting. Now the judge got to get involved. Hey, get this shit in by October 27th, or else. And they still pussyfooting. So now Travis, I mean, yeah. Oh, we have a comment. Karma for the festival fiasco. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, we just got back. How about Diddy's docu avoiding paying the families of people who died from the city's college event? This was such big news. Yes, honey. Similar to Travis Scott and his Astro World event, where someone out there died, and I'm sure their family was never compensated. So just like if y'all haven't seen the Diddy documentary yet, spoiler alert. So close your ears for about a minute. So yeah, they talked in episode 1. They talked about when Diddy was he was trying to be an intern when he was going to Howard University, wanted to be an intern for Uptown Record, and he threw a party together, a party that he pretty much overextended that party, and he didn't know like how wild it was gonna get, allegedly, because I think he did know, but whatever. But it got really wild. 9 people ended up dying after that event because it got so violent out there. And Diddy had to pretty much get on and apologize. This was he was a teenager now, so honey, it's no, none of those families ever been compensated for that shit. Just like nobody, and I'm sure nobody. But you see here, he paying close to $2 million for a damn stage that he can't even use, and now he got to fight through the courts and nails to get even a portion of that money back. Nasty work, honey. Nasty work. Well, that's that on that, honey. Um, This I'm not even gonna get on my Libra Queen's nerves by asking y'all out of curiosity, do y'all? Because I already know y'all don't know who this person is, because I don't even know who this person is. But there was actually a young artist by the name of Poor Stacy who just died at 26 years old. So I got 2 stories about him
Why do we have 2 stories about somebody we don't know about?
because this is crazy, because it looks like so. You should see where it says here by way of TMZ, rappers Poor Stacy's cause of death revealed, but
Jump
family is
scare, the
disputing it.
devil, cross in the name, in the blood of Jesus. What's going on here?
And I have to say, I did a little bit of a quick search about this young man and his music. It honestly did not sound bad. It's very alternative, very hip hop rock infused, heavy on the rock part, but it didn't sound bad. He has a nice, and he even has a song. It was a video he did with Travis Barker, so he was up there. He was doing his thing, but TMZ starts off by saying rapper Poor Stacy's death in Florida was a suicide. TMZ has learned but some of his family members feel it was something more nefarious. Multiple sources with knowledge of the investigation tell us poor Stacy shot himself Saturday morning in a Boca Raton hotel room, but initially survived. He was transported to a local hospital where he died Monday after being taken off life support. Police have yet to officially release the cause of death, but we're told the rapper's family isn't buying it was a suicide. One source connected to his family tells TMZ the family is disputing it was a self inflicted gunshot wound and they suspect foul play. We're told poor Stacy had been staying at the hotel for about 10 days after checking in with a woman and a toddler. Our source says poor Stacy was the child's father and the woman is the mother. It's unclear if they were in the hotel room when he shot himself. We're told police released the room back to the hotel later Saturday to be thoroughly cleaned. We broke the story of poor Stacy's death, and at the time there were unconfirmed rumblings that it might have been suicide. Sadly, that's what police believed happened to the 26-year-old artist, according to our sources. But it sounds like his family members might demand further investigation. And then it ends with if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat with 988lifeline.org. So yeah, Libra Queen, how far is Boca Raton from your hometown? Just out of curiosity.
From my hometown or from Miami?
Oh, or from either. Well, let's just say from Miami because Miami's more popular. Then
Yeah, it's not that far. It's
I
it's
know.
within a it's within Tri-County area. It's in Palm Beach.
Yeah. So and from what we have so far, it looks like so he and his family were living out that hotel possibly because they were there for 10 days. And the family does not but I suspect that it might have been a suicide. And the reason that I said this is the story number two, they actually have the 911 call. So about that so it sounds like one of the hotel employees was the one who called the 911 who called 911 and then they put someone on the phone which I believe is the mother and it sounds like she was just scared and she's like, "Hello, yeah." So we about to hear this. It's only a minute long. So give me 1 second. Let me share this link here and then I'm going to share my screen. So y'all should see where it says rapper Poor Stacy's 911 audio release, mystery around of his death deepens. Okay, let's go. Oh, I love this new laptop. Oh, you just see how everything's so seamless now. Oh.
911. Let me go get the address. Hi, I'm calling from the quality end of Boca by the Sea. The address is 28. Wait 1 second. The address is 28 Boca Raton, Florida, 33431.
Okay, is there a room number?
Uh,
Okay, and what is the telephone number that you're calling me from?
That's his family?
Your
He's
phone number?
Haitian?
Yeah, it is.
What is your name?
My name, I'm calling for.
Okay, give me one moment.
No, that was a hotel worker.
Am I able to talk?
Yes.
Okay, she has a few questions for you.
Hello? Hi, I'm going to gather some more information from you. What is your name?
Okay, and that was just the end of the call that they had. So from what it sounds like to me, it sounds like that was a hotel employee, like I guess trying to console this woman after something traumatic just happened. And the traumatic thing happened to her child's father just shot himself. So but that's
Wow.
all that we have for right now. But I'm definitely gonna follow this story, honey, because this is something else.
Yeah, and the Quality Inn, they probably were living out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate. Mm.
it really is. And may he rest in peace. Condolences to his family and to his loved one, that girl and the child he left behind. That's really sad.
He's half. Well, he was half Sicilian, Italian, and half Haitian. Okay, sir.
Well, that just happened to be a coincidence, I think. But funny how you picked up on that Haitian English accent.
Listen, I know my cousins. Okay,
Wait,
I know my ICNs. I know them.
well, when you said it, I tuned in and I was like, oh, I hear exactly because it's a specific sound when they're speaking English. Like their accent, it has a specific sound, especially if they are directly from Haiti.
When Quinn saw the picture of this young man, she was like, "Ooh, the devil." That actually is a good segue to this next story, honey.
Oh
Oh
Lord,
Lord.
child.
Because honey, chill, especially because I know, like, even though this is still like older music, I'm sure you have heard some Sammy Davis Jr., some Rat Pack, and all that,
Mm-hmm.
honey.
And
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's my speed too now.
That's just me. Well, maybe it might not be, honey, because we learn. Have y'all ever heard anything about Sammy Davis Jr. playing around with the devil?
Yes.
No.
Yes, honey.
Um, I know he was. Well, I don't know. He was in a whole bunch of stuff, but I know he was
Rumors.
Jewish. He had converted to Judaism. That was the
Well,
first person I ever knew, black Jew.
well, they're gonna learn. They go when they learn about this. I'm sure. I'm actually surprised they didn't kick his ass out of that Jewish community after some shit like this, honey. Because when I hear that somebody is like being friendly with people from the Church of Satan, now I try not to judge. I swear I do. Really, I do. But it's just like what I know about Satan and the devil and stuff like that is like pure evil, right? And you got a religion that's built off of that. Mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm.
thank you.
No, thank you. But y'all should see I just shared here by way of deadline. Leslie Odom Jr. and his fine ass, by the way, that is a fine man. Anyway, Leslie Odom Jr. to adapt Rolling Stone article about Sammy Davis Jr.'s ties to the Church of Satan into a horror movie. So he's
Uh-oh.
about to play Sammy Davis Jr. and they've actually expanded that story and they're making it into a horror movie. And good, because that shit
Interesting.
is scary.
Interesting.
Hmm. Well, Tony and Grammy winning three-time Emmy and two-time Oscar nominated singer, songwriter, and actor Leslie Odom Jr. Let me say that again, just so for the bitches in the back who didn't hear that. Tony and Grammy winning three-time Emmy and two-time Oscar nominated singer, songwriter, and actor Leslie Odom Jr. is set to adapt the August 2024 Rolling Stone article Dance with the Devil by Alex Bhattacharjee. Odom will also star in the horror feature. Odom acquired screen rights to the article, which explores Sammy Davis Jr.'s unlikely connection to Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan. The story follows what drew Davis into that world and the overlap between the beloved entertainer and one of America's most controversial figures. The project is also a partnership with Rolling Stone Films. Project Blurb reads how a TV pilot called Poor Devil begat a friendship between the performer Sammy Davis Jr. and Anton Xander LaVey, founder and high priest of the Church of Satan. This article is a sensitive story about a profoundly alienated Davis and his search for acceptance, says Bhattacharjee. It's a rollicking ride that touches on complex, timely issues racial and sexual identity, politics, religion, pop culture, and the counterculture. The news of the Rolling Stone option comes on the heels of Odom's final performance as Aaron Burr in the Pulitzer Prize winning musical Hamilton. He originated the role in both Hamilton's off Broadway and Broadway productions, earning a Tony for Best Leading Actor in a Musical and a Grammy as a principal soloist in the original Broadway cast recording. You better work, Leslie. Anyway, Hamilton saw a 76% increase in weekly box office grosses upon Odom rejoining the cast. Most recently, the musical hit its largest gross in its 10 years on Broadway during Odom's limited engagement run that wrapped November 26th. Odom played soul singer Sam Cooke in the 2020 Amazon film adaptation of One Night in Miami, directed by the iconic Regina King, which notched him a supporting actor nomination in addition to a Best Song nom for his tune Speak Now. Additional film and television credits include Ryan Johnson's record-breaking 2022 Knives Out sequel, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery for Netflix. The Many Saints of Newark, a prequel to David Chase's award-winning HBO series, The Sopranos. The Exorcist, Believer for Blumhouse and Universal Pictures, and then Apple TV's Central Park, which he earned an Emmy nomination and many more. Odom is rep by CAA, Untitled Entertainment, and Jackaway Austin Tireman. He can also be represented by Auntie Derek Hunter, but I understand he's a married man, so I'm gonna be respectful to the wife. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna respect Mrs. Odom Jr. Okay. Mm-hmm. But girl, you better know what you have, girl, because the first moment. Anyway, go ahead, favorite tourist.
Well, so in the spirit of ham hock, I just want to say, so now you want to be respectful of a married woman, Auntie?
Yes. You always have to be respectful in public. Now, what you do in private is a different. Let me stop. This is why people be thinking I be. But what do y'all think of that, hunt? Now it's one thing. Now it's one thing if someone is an atheist. I don't mind being around atheism, but the Church of Satan. Oh, you better get your scary ass the hell away from me, because I know you don't mean you don't mean me no good. Get the hell away from me. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
And I'm the opposite. Atheists, please stay away from me, because how you don't believe in nothing. You can't sorry, your brain not braining. You can't tell me you don't believe in nothing. Not nothing. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe no, sorry, can't do it. Stay away from me, far away from me, can't date you. I can't no. We really can't have no real in-depth conversation. Leave me alone. But also, I was trying to see if I can find some more information about Sammy Davis Jr. Converting to Judaism, and to me, I don't know, but I have this inkling that he may have done it for a partial reason why he may have done it would be for influence and financial standpoint, because the Jews, they be looking out for each other. And in business, I think that would have probably been a decent move as far as the music business in the time that he was coming up. So it's an interesting fact that I did not know. But yeah, that's all. That's all I got.
Wow. And thank you
You
for
better.
that, because I didn't know it either.
Um, which would be interesting because it was kind of controversial, especially in that time.
Mm-hmm.
and and I don't think he was fully welcomed, but it was a big deal. I do remember that about talking about him being a black Jew and all that stuff like that. So who knows? I'm surprised that no like adaptation about his life was ever done or anything
I
like
think
that.
they tried. I think they were trying really hard too, and I think they had Tommy Davidson, like they were eyeing him to play the role.
He would have killed it.
But
Hmm.
there was something recently where they were gonna have a non-Black American person do it,
I'm
if I'm not
sorry, what?
mistaken.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Exactly. If I'm not
I'm
mistaken,
sorry,
recently,
what?
listen, if I'm not mistaken, recently that there was supposed to be a movie about him in the making, and I want to say that they were trying to tap Damson. Don't quote me. If I'm not mistaken, that this was supposed to be in the making or is in the making, and they
Mm-mm.
were trying to tap Damson to play him, and collectively as
When we
Black
had
Americans,
Tommy Davidson the whole time and nobody, when he did
listen,
impersonations of Sammy Davis Jr. his whole career, uh, mm-mm.
see, Also, too, I looked to try to see maybe he converted because of his marriages, but none of his wives were Jewish. They were white women, but they weren't Jews.
Oh
There
yeah,
was a
he
couple
really
white
did
women.
try and live that white life. He was really about the proximity.
But he
But
died married to a black woman, so I mean,
what'd
he
you
made a
say?
sense. He died married to a black woman, but
Oh
he left
yeah,
her in debt. He left her in debt, though. Oh Jesus!
Oh, well, yeah,
What?
that
Go ahead,
part.
favorite Taurus.
So, from my understanding about Satanism, is they don't view Satan as a deity in the sense of like Christianity. They more so view Satan as like a symbol of rebellion and self-realization and liberation as well. Um, I did a little bit of research on this, but you also see folks who are Satanists. They show up a lot in showing up for public justice, or for excuse me, social justice and public affairs. They're on the right side of history most of the time. Is a lot of the views are kind of course, through the lens of Christian ideology. But the religion is it's kind of interesting if you not do a deep dive, but do like a surface level understanding of Satanism. It's an interesting religion if you want to call it that. And they're also, ironically enough, they're all are atheistic Satanists as well. It's strange, right? But it's not like how Christians or other religions review whatever deity, whatever they call that. They don't view Satan as a deity. It's more
Yeah,
about
they're not
self.
worshiping Satan.
Right. It's more about self and self realization and really rebelling against, ironically
Yeah,
enough, the
The
institutions in
establishment.
place.
Luther.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I was
Pretty
gonna.
much.
I was gonna say, if you've ever watched the the series Lucifer, that concept of Satan not being how Christians demonize Satan, that he more
Mhm.
so was, a a anchor of being free of the will of God or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. If you've seen the series, it's he like there's a couple of episodes where he kind of explains his position as the quote unquote fallen angel, et cetera. That's what I know of Satanism. So yeah.
Yeah, I did watch Lucifer, and yes, I do. I've seen that where it's more of like he is the rebellious child, the rebellious one, um, and that who has been punished, and that really, the stories of like how we view, I guess, Satan, or how it's been taught throughout the years is like this evil entity that is trying to bring you down when it's just it's almost like a reflection of humans, of like the imperfections of humanity
Embracing
and
your free will.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, also embracing your free will, like your free
Yes, and
nature.
your free will. So go ahead, Will.
I just wanted to add to the listeners, like, as we're talking about this, we're not endorsing anything. We're just
Thank
adding
you.
context around the concept of Satanism, just to provide additional context for those who are listening, to potentially broaden other people's horizons about the meanings of deities, not deities, but figures and things outside of their own understanding based upon what it is they believe. I just want to put that out there. We're not
Thank
Yeah,
endorsing
you.
anything.
enlightenment,
Definitely.
Yeah,
education, and enlightenment.
yeah.
Thanks.
We just want to add a little bit of context, like some relevant context. I should add relevant context to the conversation in relation to this story. So I just want to put that out there.
Thank you,
Oh,
because very
and to
much so.
translate, for the ratchets out there, this is a Christian only. This is good Christian puss over here. Don't get it fucked up.
Oh my God, he had to throw his pussy in it. Lord have mercy.
I like to put this thing in everything. Like Frank's hot sauce. I put this puss on everything.
Oh
Well,
my God.
It's
to be fair,
amazing how
listen.
he just throw that pussy in the conversation. Like, where the fuck does that come?
Release us. Release
Well, he,
us.
well,
Give
I
it to
will.
50 cents. Half a dollar. Give
I've
it
been
to him.
trying, girl.
Well, Auntie, shout out to Auntie. Auntie's been doing his Kegels on Monday night. So,
Ew.
Oh, but you know what? That was a time I harken back to those times where I remember seeing Sammy Davis Jr. on TV and the tap dancing and thinking about Gregory Hines and like some of the things that we have lost in our day-to-day culture that was so much a part of it at one particular time.
not even that. The fact that I was alive for some of this, like,
I know that
like,
some of these greats were alive.
yeah,
Like I
like,
saw them.
see, experience them, seen them, knew people who had seen them, and then experiencing the loss of them from a cultural aspect. Um, so many of the greats being lost, also because of the span in generations between parentage or whatever. Also, it's seeing them experience things and talk about the things that they experienced in a short amount of time, and then also them experiencing the loss of these culturally relevant people who to them when they were coming up, when they were like, for example, with my mother who raised me, she came up with those people, and so it was like, oh, like, they're not like, they weren't who they are. They weren't the giants that they are now to us, but they were, up and coming. And so they were, I won't say regular, but it's like, hey, I knew Beyonce when Beyonce was, a teenager type thing. Or I ran into so and so, at the store or on the road or doing this or doing that. They have those type of like intimate stories that they tell and hold on to, and now and tell to others who know them only as giants, and to live in a time where like those generations connected between the time that my mother who raised me to now, and millennials and boomers and Gen X, to see like how interconnected we are, and then to look forward and see how we're so disconnected after the millennial generation. Unfortunately, in my opinion, that's how I feel. Like, it really, to me, takes a lot when I think about like, damn, I'm literally gonna live to experience the loss of so many greats, and it kind of is bittersweet.
And I'm sitting here reading this comments. It says Satanic Temple won a huge copyright lawsuit against WB's The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. I remember telling y'all about that show too. As much as I enjoyed it, because I'm a huge fan of the Sabrina the Teenage Witch story, that one was a little bit too real for me, because they just kept saying, "Oh, praise Satan and all hail Satan," and the show. I'm like, not in my house. But it was a good show. But it looks like they were sued for $50 million because they used their image as a statue on the show without permission. Mm-mm.
I remember that too.
And you know what? And I like that show too because I like a little sci-fi, like a little witchy. I like, all the little stuff, right? But whoa, it was heavy on the white girl entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Jesus. I was like, look, girl, I can't do you no more because the entitlement is so heavy. Oh, I feel triggered. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead,
But the
favorite
show was
story.
good.
I was unrelated. I wanted to shout out to Auntie and the co-host because y'all are some multi-dimensional motherfuckers, and I love having these discussions with y'all. We learn from each other. So shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. I
Thank
love
you,
coming here.
Will.
Yes. Oh, and let me just
Okay.
throw my pussy in there in and just blow it. Yes,
I was
good
just
pussy and
about to
good
say we
conversation.
some bitches. I was about to say we some bitches with range, and then here come Auntie talking about the damn
Talk about
pussy.
this good
Lord have
pussy,
mercy.
honey.
Oh my god.
Well, well,
Oh my
well. To be
god.
fair, that it's on the opposite end of the range, but it's still part of the range, right? So it still counts,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Oh, we'll allow it.
I
Well,
guess so.
speaking of somebody who loves him some pussy, honey, loves it more than air itself, Nick Cannon.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
Should I say allegedly? Well, no, he got about damn 80 million kids, so it's not alleged. That nigga loves pussy. He can't stand pulling out, allegedly.
Wait a minute. Are we okay? Did you ever talk about the oldest daughter shading the rest of them kids?
I did not, but it's actually in this article. Mm-hmm.
Oh yay!
Yup.
She learned from her mama.
Mm-hmm. And you should see where it says here, by way of all hip hop, Nick Cannon takes Christmas photos with massive family after sibling controversy. And it's not the whole family. I mean, because it's quite a few children that's up in here missing. But I'm actually sharing my screen while I read this so that y'all can see the pictures that they have in here. Okay. So Nick Cannon brought together several of his children for a cheerful Christmas photo shoot this week, just weeks after his daughter, Monroe, who we know as Ro, uh, made headlines for comments about her siblings. The TV host and father of 12 shared a carousel of holiday snaps on Monday on Instagram, posing with the 14-year-old twins, Monroe and Moroccan, or Rock and Roll, his children with Mariah Carey, alongside some of his younger kids. The group stood in front of large decorated Christmas trees, flashing smiles and silly faces in a series of lighthearted images. Cannon family vibes, he captioned the post. The twins chimed in with playful remarks in the comments. Moroccan wrote, "Finna be white this winter, man," while Monroe dropped a gift from Elf showing Will Ferrell's character shouting, "Santa's coming." The post comes on the heels of Monroe's November statement about her family dynamic. Oh, and here are the photos here. Look at how big them babies, y'all remember hashtag them babies. Look at how big them babies done got. This is how you know I'm getting old too, honey, because I remember the day that they were born. That is crazy.
Yeah, this little picture is this. Yeah, this ain't all the kids. Now hold on.
No.
I'm like, don't be talking about them ain't all the kids.
And we about to
Hold on a
look through all
second.
the pictures. He don't have, look, it's quite a few kids that are missing in here. So I don't know if
Quite
the
a few.
mamas
That's
just didn't want.
only
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yep.
His weird ass. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
he got all
Well,
these ambiguous ass children. Oh,
just like he wanted it, honey. Well, in a social media post, she clarified her relationship with her father's other children, saying, "I only have one brother who is Moroccan Cannon. I do have other half siblings from my dad, but they are all many, many years younger than me."
mm.
Nick Nick Cannon's sprawling family includes children with multiple women. In addition to Monroe and Moroccan, he shares Golden's how do you say the name? Golden Saigon, Powerful Queen, and
What?
Rise Messiah with Brittany Bell.
That's the
Twins.
name of them children?
Yes, girl.
Oh shit.
Baby, listen to the
Oh,
other names, honey.
oh
Twins
god.
Zion Mixolydian and Zillionaire and I'm sorry, Zillionaire and daughter Beautiful Zeppelin with Abby De La Rosa.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Son Legendary Love with Bree Teesey.
Oh
Daughter
god.
daughter Onyx Ice Cold with Lanisha Cole. And I have to just point out Lanisha Cole. That's the only baby mama with
Black
darker
baby.
skin. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And she's
Um,
pretty too.
Gorgeous. I love Lanisha. And let's see, and two children with Alyssa Scott Zen, who passed away from brain cancer in 2021 December at 5 months
Oh,
old.
I didn't
And
know that.
yeah, girl. And then the daughter, Halo Marie. Boy, look, I'm over here like, where, but boy, y'all got some names up in this motherfucker. Anyway,
That is it. That's embarrassing. Like, why you do that to them kids? They got to go out in the world. Y'all think why do people just think about their little like, oh, my little kid? Do you know they gotta go get jobs and go out in the world? Because Nick Money ain't gonna cover all this. I'm sorry. I don't care how much he think he got an empire, child. If he ain't alive, it ain't gonna be pushing. Mariah and the kids is the only kids that's set. They straight. Them other ones, I don't know. Mm-mm, I guess.
and it's like I'm trying to see who they look like more. Do they look like him or Mariah more? The twins.
I
It's
can't.
almost
I
like
need
they
to
have
get
a
it closer.
combination of both.
I would say him.
I would like
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
zoom in a little bit better.
Oh, you can't.
Oops.
You know how to full screen the jumbotron?
Norm, I do, but I don't see it today. Oh wait, maybe this is it.
Yep. And
Oh,
then once you zoom it in, you can put it in full screen. You'll be able to zoom in.
there we go. Okay.
Go ahead, Libra Queen.
I just wanted on record that I stand with Monroe because she said what the fuck she said, and I 100% agree because yeah, she only got one brother. If you don't live in my mama's house where I live at, if we don't share the same parents, I only recognize my one sibling. Yes, ma'am. You're absolutely
Okay.
right. You're
I
absolutely.
don't
If you don't
subscribe
share,
to that one.
if we don't share, mama, we not in the same house under the same roof. Um, and we don't share a same mama. Yes, I do not recognize you as my full sibling. Sorry.
No,
I
and
only
no,
got
I got no. Me and my sister. That's my sister, and I'll beat somebody ass about my sister, and we, and that's my baby girl. So I don't share that same sentiment. That's my sister, and I will put a foot up in your ass about my sister. We got
but
different mamas.
but okay, so I will caveat this. If you, especially if you're not raised together, right? So in this case, I guarantee you there's not no parenting, making sure that they're
Oh
coming
no.
together to know each
Well,
other.
yo,
I feel
Nick
that
can't
as
even
well.
see all the kids. Nick don't even see all
Exactly.
the kids.
Those
So
they
yeah.
just happen to share they to her they just happen to share DNA. All right, cool. I can't keep up with your names. So
I
what's
know
your
they
name?
all younger than her. I mean, younger than them significantly. So
You new here. I've been here. I'm sorry. Kitchen's closed. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
y'all so
I stand with
ugly.
her. Okay, I understand, baby. Because even me, like even me right now, if I found out like I had a new sibling, baby, I don't know you. You're new
Oh
here.
yeah,
I don't
now I definitely gonna do that. Oh, I'm definitely looking side eye like what y'all talking about? What? Cause hold on, my
exactly. And
papa
for
was
her,
a Rolling Stone, baby.
and
He was
listen,
a Rolling Stone.
and for her, I guarantee you, that's how she feel. Like, bruh, I live in this house. You ain't never bring these kids over here for real. You just not bringing them around. I don't know them people. I can't identify them in the streets. If I can identify you, I can identify you. You're my half sibling by DNA. Cool, cool, cool. But I only got one brother. Period. I feel her. I stand for that.
Yeah, I can definitely understand in her situation because her daddy is really out here doing some wild ass shit. However, now I'm tend to my line of thinking only because putting my personal situation in here, I tend to be on the side of what Moon is saying, simply because I am the eldest out of all my father's children. My father has a total of nine, and it was really important. I'm the oldest, right? And I knew at a young age what's that old saying that the fish stinks from the head or something like that. So I kind of knew like
That's a
if they.
Durham term, child.
Oh, okay. That's a girl. But I kind of knew at an early age, like if I didn't set the foundation, then we weren't gonna have a good relationship. So it was
Correct.
really.
Firstborn unite.
Mm-hmm.
Firstborn unite. Mm-hmm.
So first, like, yeah, shout out, gang, gang. But that's just, and now my babies love me, honey. My brothers and sisters know they can call me for, and I love that, and I love that they know that they can call me for anything. But and I hope that I hope my Ro changes her tune a little bit, but she may not because her daddy is out here being irresponsible with that dick. But
And her mama is her mama. What you mean?
yeah,
Hello. Her
so
mama said, "Baby, we don't know them kids."
go ahead, favorite Taurus.
No, no, I definitely agree with Quinn on this, and I understand what's the girl's name? Maroc Monroe.
Bro, yeah.
Ro. Sorry, I understand what Ro was saying because in terms of like y'all may share a bloodline, but y'all ain't raised together. Y'all weren't in the proverbial trenches with each other in terms of like sharing a household or what have you. You just them kids over there, you know. I won't go too much into my business, but I'll just say that I understand exactly where she's coming from, and I actually didn't take it as shade at all. It made a lot of sense to me.
Listen, I have a sister. I have three biological sisters that my birth mom has. Right, me and my sister, who's right behind me, were adopted together. We were in the quote proverbial trenches together. We also have a little sister who was born in 2007. So she's eight, whatever however age that is, right? And so now, mind you, I love her when she was a baby, love her now, whatever. But I be letting her know, baby, if it's you or my sister, it's my sister. I'm sorry, baby girl. Love you down, but like the connection that I have with her, we weren't raised in the same household. Uh, we weren't raised in the same generation. We don't have nothing in common. And I was leaned upon to be more of a disciplinarian for her versus being like a sibling. And even the times that I've had her, like on school vacations or whatever, where she's spent significant time with me, the interaction or the connection isn't that of, like she's my best friend, that's my, whatever. Like I love her, but like the love that I have for my sister who's right behind me, who, we were raised in the same household, we hated each other, love each other, hate each other, love each other type situation is completely different. And I definitely let her know that. And she's like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Girl, you're new here. Respect the order. You're new here."
I know that's right. Well, just like Quinn said, honey, that's her mama's child. I don't think it's gonna change. I hope it does because they're definitely gonna need some guidance, but it probably won't. And knowing her mom is an Aries, and y'all, you know how we do. So,
Period. Like,
no, like no, we don't know her. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, shit, everybody's above ground still, thank God. So you never know what can happen in the future. But
That's
of
all.
course, also keeping in mind that she's talking from the mindset and the perspective of an adolescence. Like
Hmm.
that was something that was missing from this story as well, because a lot of times they tend to adultify these children and the statements that they make, not understand that they are children. um, so
correct.
naturally, so naturally, there's going to be you have to look at it from those who aren't to have to look at it from a different lens to fully understand where it is that she was coming from. So that's what I got from the story, not necessarily shade and all of that. So, but yeah, there's again, everybody's above ground outside of the child that's no longer with us who had suffered from the illness. Like they could be the best of friends, the best of siblings as they grow older. So it makes sense.
And also too, that something that is left out of context is that Moroccan is her twin. Like this is not like, oh, this is a random sibling, single sibling. Like this is her twin. So twin relationships are always very, from what I've experienced of twins, their
Hmm.
relationships are already very very close in in the first place. So for her to lean further into that is not unusual to me.
Hmm. That is very true. I got a set of twins that are brothers, a boy and a girl, honey. Yep, it's a very very close relationship. I love to. I actually like to watch them growing up and just kind of witnessing it and just seeing how they interact with each other as opposed to like the other siblings. It was just really interesting and fun to watch. Honey, well, I got three more stories left. Libra Queen, because I know we are both SVU fans, honey. I hate to have to talk about this story, honey. When I tell you I hate to have to talk about it because I'm so disappointed in Dr. Wong, honey. I'm
Excuse me. What
Dr.
he
Wong.
did?
Dr. Wong, he done showed his ass girl and had to apologize for it. And after this story, just kind of look, I'm gonna give you like maybe 10 more seconds to love our beloved Dr. Wong more because after this story, you're gonna be like, oh no, fuck him.
Well, he already, was a little out for me. So it may not be a massive blow,
Okay.
but we'll see.
Well, I have this story here by way of Entertainment Weekly, and you should see where it says BD Wong apologizes for racist joke, and he says there's no excuses.
Par for the course.
Yep.
Not
And because
surprised.
right. I kind of was surprised just a little bit. I don't know why, but I kind of was just surprised because I expected a little bit more out of him. And once I read this story, the only thing I could think of, Quinn, you remember that episode where Dr. Wong was actively trying to fight against like beating suspects, and they had a court, and he actually had an outburst in court. He was like, "What you gonna do? Beating people's skulls to make them talk, whatever?" And the judge was
Yep.
like, "Dr. Wong, you know better."
And they clipped that. They clipped that and played it so much when they were advertising for that goddamn episode. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So the first thing I said after I read this, Dr. Wong, you know better. Like really, because really, I'm a matter of fact, just because this doesn't have a thumbnail, I'm going to share my screen and read this. So for those of you who don't know who BD Wong is, when you see him, you'll be like, "Oh, him, okay." So yes, BD Wong apologizes for racist joke and said there's no excuse. BD Wong is taking accountability. The Law and Order SVU and Mulan star recently shared a two-part apology after being called out for making a racist joke on Instagram. Wong initially responded to a post by content creator Mike Holston, who is black, asking his 16 million followers to name this animal. Wrong answers only. In a now deleted comment on the video depicting Holston petting a happy-looking binturong, which rambled across his shoulders, Wong wrote, "It appears to be a black man." On Monday, the same day that Holston shared his post, Wong wrote on the text-based Instagram analog threads, "Y'all, I made a very bad joke. As most people in hot water do, I deleted it for damage control, but it's out there and continues to hurt and disappoint, and I'm really sorry about the hurt part. Super dumb, but I tried to follow the wrong answers only prompt with the wrongest answer. This succeeded only in that it was super wrong," Wong explained. "I know nobody gets a free pass. I'm sorry if this what's that hashtag WTFBD? Oh, hashtag what the fuck BD. I'm sorry if this moment tarnished any respect you may have had for me. And thanks if you advocate for an internet that's safe for everybody." In a follow-up post elaborating on the hashtag what the fuck BD moment, the actor continued, "I want to elaborate racist comment I posted to clarify that I recognize and accept the responsibility for how terrible it is. It's also wrong to try and explain anything, and I think that causes a further breaking down in folks' trust. Let me please spend the energy on how wrong I know it is to exploit a despicable racist trope in the supposed spirit of humor. I do know better, but again, no excuses. Very sorry for the hurt I've caused and for taking lightly something so deeply injurious." Entertainment Weekly has reached out to a representative for Wong for comment. Wong has not previously been on the receiving end of public criticism accusing him of racism, but he has spoken out in other instances in which he's seen racism at work. In August, Wong, who is of Chinese descent, penned an open letter criticizing the casting of white actor Andrew Barth Feldman in a role for Maybe Happy Ending, which was originated for Darren Criss, who is of Filipino descent, after the production traveled from Korea to Broadway in 2024. To put it simply, Asian actors and the Asian theater going community are fiercely wrestling over a non Asian actor replacing the Asian male lead in the Broadway musical Maybe Happy Ending. Please Google this responsibility. Please Google this responsibly. It's a real, eternal outcry about race and reputation, not an irrational rant about robots, he wrote. Wong rose to prominence off the accolades he earned for his starring role in the 1988 Broadway production of M. Butterfly opposite John Lithgow. He has appeared on series like Oz, several films in the Jurassic Park franchise, and memorably, 16 seasons of SVU as Special Agent George Wong, recently reprising the character after nearly a decade-long absence. Mm-mm. You know what though? I appreciate the apology. Really, I do. Even though he probably got it from AI, I appreciate. He's like, "Listen, I'm doing what everybody does when they say something stupid. I'm doing damage control. I deleted the shit, but it's out there and I've hurt people. Let me go on and elaborate." So I mean, I like it, but we still got our side eye on you, boo. So, who had their hand up first? Libra Queen or Favorite Taurus?
Favorite Taurus.
Oh, go ahead, Favorite Taurus.
So my thing is this, right? I recognize that he did apologize, and it's not for me to accept or reject because it wasn't towards me specifically. It just my thing is this: you knew it was wrong, but you left the comment up. So essentially, from my perspective, it comes off as though essentially he's sorry he got caught, or he's sorry that people said something about it and then it forced him to apologize, especially considering that he himself has experienced racism on the job, as he has explained several times previously, which doesn't make sense to me. And something also came to mind. I'm not sure. I don't want to say it's a direct correlation because that's not fair, but it does tie into a conversation we were having previously in discussion today. The issue of whiteness. and the proximity to whiteness and how intoxicating it is. And I would be remiss not to bring up the point that he is married to a white man. So having that proximity in a way really, I can see how he's comfortable expressing those things because he feels coddled by the fact that he is embraced by whiteness in such a way that he felt comfortable enough to say something so absent-minded as that, knowing that he is a man of a descent that is not white. So it's multi-layered, multi-tiered, and it's not surprising at all with all things considered. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess. It's not surprising. It's not upsetting. It's very much annoying more than anything, and it brings to the surface a much larger discussion that more people should be having, and more people should be more aware of the spaces that they share with other people and how they actually view them as individuals, not because they're contributing to society in any type of way or contributing to them directly in any type of way. So yeah, I just want to add my 2 cents in that way.
Yes. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
And I would like to concur with what Will said wonderfully. Also, it's waking up uh the whole trend, I guess, on TikTok now about how there's Asian communities who don't like certain aspects of their culture being exploited, and the segments of their community that they don't like, and he fits that description. Also, I think it's very crazy because I took a second to Google what this animal looks like, and I think it's very crazy that you would say it looked like a black man when it definitely looks like where it's from. It's an Asian animal, and it got long whiskers, and it very much so looked like it's a part of the Asian community. So therefore, sir, I mean, be fucking for real. But again, his little apology, it's gonna touch and agree with whoever it's gonna touch and agree with. But as far as me and my house, I already picked up the vibe a long time ago when he was on the show, and outside and some things that came out outside of the show, and I'm just like, not surprised, not surprised. So wish him the best. Hopefully, he won't be coming back to the show anytime soon because he did his little cameo. And yeah, we can move forward.
Dr. Wong, you know better.
Period. Know better and chose to do worse. Please,
Hmm.
sir. Trying to become so relevant. Please.
Well, this next story, we actually won't spend too much time on it because it's really not nothing new. We kind of knew that this was going to happen. Um, but do y'all remember back? I think we talked about this shit in April. That bassist from Weezer, Scott Schreiner. Do y'all remember we briefly talked about his wife getting into a standoff with the police and she had a gun and shit like that? Do y'all remember that? Like, or any?
Wasn't that over the summer?
Was it over the summer? Or I remember it
Yeah.
happened sometime. I thought it was back in April, but yeah.
Well, it
Yeah,
could
I'm
have been in the
saying,
spring. It could have,
yep.
but she was in LA and she was waving a gun, and the police didn't shoot her because if that would have been any black person, they would have been shot dead out in the street waving a gun.
And the black person wouldn't even needed a gun. But yep, yep, the very same woman. So y'all should see I just shared here by way of TMZ. Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner's wife, Jillian Lauren Schreiner, files for divorce.
Well,
I mean, we
clearly
kind
there
of
was
knew it
having
was
some
coming.
issue. She was outside losing her damn mind. That sounds about right.
If I had to wake up next to a man that looked like that, hun, I probably anyway. I'm sorry. Busy year for Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner and his wife Jillian Lauren Schreiner. She had that violent incident with cops, and now she's filed for divorce. Jillian booked it to court Tuesday and filed to divorce Scott after 20 years of marriage, according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ. In the docs, Jillian says she's going with the usual irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. She says the date of separation is TBD. Jillian and Scott have two minor children, one is 17 and the other is 13, and she's seeking joint legal and physical custody. She's also asking for spousal support and check the box to block the court's ability to award Scott spousal support. It's unclear if there's a prenup involved. As we reported, back in April, Jillian allegedly pointed and fired a gun at officers who were looking for a suspect near her Eagle Rock home. Jillian was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder of a peace officer, but was later charged with assault and negligent discharge of a firearm. Jillian managed to avoid jail time. A judge granted her a diversion as a result of mental health issues. What's the mental health issues, honey? Just hope bogged down by whiteness, too
Oh,
much white
and she
privilege.
fired the gun? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're dead, dead.
hmm
He would have been a widower.
mm Uh, Complexion for the protection, baby. I mean, it really must be nice. That, and when I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, that last sentence really pissed me off. A judge granted her a diversion as a result of mental health issues.
I know. I
And
know.
all those untreated mental health patients, literally, that's currently locked up right now with no hope. Oh my God,
I
girl.
know. That child, please.
Mm. Well, so let's talk about some more ghetto shit, honey. Matthew Perry.
Oh
Well,
yeah, rest in peace.
I mean,
He's not a
look,
good person. But are
right?
you about to report what just dropped?
Well, no, I was actually. Well, I'm going to report that after this because I'm actually not surprised that that just dropped because his parents actually made a very impactful statement, honey. And
Well,
y'all
no,
should see where
the judge, right?
the judge says. I'm sorry. TMZ just shared here. Matthew Perry's mom and stepdad Keith Morrison condemned greedy doctor.
Yeah, the doctor. I don't know why I said judge, but the doctor got. Didn't he get convicted or something?
It just happened. Yep. So I
Mm-hmm.
actually put this story on my notepad to talk about the parents, but I'm gonna get another article about his conviction once I'm done with this one.
Mm-hmm.
But Matthew Perry's mom, Suzanne, and you already know you don't play with a bitch named Suzanne, honey. Anyway, Matthew Perry's mom, Suzanne, and stepdad Keith Morrison absolutely poured their hearts out in a victim impact letter to the judge, who today will sentence the doctor who pleaded guilty to supplying their son the drugs that killed him. Dr. Salvador Plasencia is the man most culpable for Perry's 2023 drug related death, according to the letter. They wrote, "How do you measure grief? Can you possibly provide any rational accounting? The bottom falling out? Yes, that." They continued, "Here was a life so entwined with ours and held aloft sometimes with duct tape and baling wire, with
Mm.
anything that might keep that big, terrible thing from killing our firstborn son, our hearts with him. And then those greedy jackals come out of the dark, and all the effort is for naught. It all crashes down." Baby, this is poetry, honey. Um, Placencia admitted to distributing 20 vials of ketamine to Perry and Perry's personal assistant, Kenneth Iwasama, between September 30th of 2023 and October 12th of 2023. Perry died October 28th that year from acute effects of ketamine and drowning. "His crime I find truly hard to understand," Keith wrote of Placencia. "Here was a man who studied for years and years, poured sweat and tears, I imagine, into his quest to become a doctor. A long road with a narrow gate to enter that esteemed profession. Why become a doctor?" He continued, "This doctor conspired to break his most important vows, repeatedly sneak through the night to meet his victim in secret. For what? A few $1,000s, so he could feed on the vulnerability of our son and crow as he did so with that revealing question. I wonder how much this moron will pay. Let's find out." Perry's biological father, John Perry, also wrote an impact letter with his wife, Matthew's stepmother, Debbie, sharing their immense grief. "Placencia doesn't deserve to hear our feelings." Ooh, baby, that's cold. "Matthew's recovery counted on you saying no," they wrote. "We asked the court to give you plenty of time to think about your actions by extending your sentence beyond the mandatory time. Placencia could face up to 40 years in prison for 4 counts of distribution of ketamine at his sentencing scheduled for today." And let me go find a article about uh, Placencia so we can learn how much time his ass done got.
Phil reported 2.5 years.
Oh, that's it.
That's all.
Oh, that's not enough.
Not even.
Huh.
Complexion for the protection. Oh well, he's a brown man. I was about to say complexion for the protection, but I mean,
Still,
Oh.
that does matter.
Mm. That's not.
But they
I
didn't
ain't
give the
that.
guy who gave Michael all that damn propofol and killed him. He didn't get that much time either. I guess this
Wait,
is legalized homicide or something.
you know
And
who got the most time?
Who?
Is the
that
woman
girl.
who
Hmm.
the woman. That's
Oh,
who
yeah,
got the most
Clyde.
time. That's where it is.
Yeah,
They call her the ketamine queen. I remember because we talked
right,
about that here.
She got a hefty sentence. That's who got the time. A woman taking a phone, but she had to get the drugs from somebody.
right.
she also was referenced on a Law and Order episode, so there's that. Um, the source that Phil referenced was an AP article.
Yep, and I have a BBC article here that says he's got 30 months. So and
Hmm.
here's
And hopefully license stripped.
Well, it better be. I would assume so. He violated his license and ethical s- his ethical
Oath.
oh, thank you. I couldn't get the
Hmm.
word out. But yeah.
hmm Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I'm sorry, but I was laughing when you were reading that, Auntie. I know this is a serious topic, but I couldn't help but recognize her name is Suzanne. She has a bob, and she called him a jackal. She was spitting firecrackers.
You heard what the first thing I said when I saw her name. Oh, you know you don't play with a bitch named Suzanne, and she got a bob. Oh, girl, please. She will call your supervisor.
Mm.
Not Suzanne with the bomb.
Actually, Suzanne's are a little more dangerous than Karen's, low key.
That part.
But
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
and I want to leave space for with my next comment. I still want to leave space for the grieving parents. However, I have been recognizing a pattern when it comes to these types of cases, like of course, the acts of the doctor were egregious. There's no disputing that. Nobody should die based upon the misuse of being administered pharmaceuticals. However, it still isn't lost on me how their son's addiction or the person whose addiction has never been addressed in any capacity. It's more so about getting justice for the perpetrator, which I understand at the same time. This could have been a great opportunity to bring forth that as a talking point as well to kind of help other people. But of course, again, I want to leave space because they may not be in the right mind. This is a very volatile, emotional time. However, that's just something that I've always noticed that is missing from many of these statements and these conversations and these cases as well.
Yeah.
Well, I do think, I mean, even though it's not in the statement, I think they have been vocal about their son's addictions prior to that. Um, and they did mention, like, in the dad's part of the statement, like, I think he was saying how, you know, you should have, you were a doctor and you doing the right thing kind of hinged upon his, so, him being having sobriety. Like, if you're not being in moral upstanding as a doctor and you're condoning his documented, heavily documented drug abuse. Yeah, but I think at one particular time they have spoken out about his drug addiction and things like that, but I don't know. I mean, you have a point at some point, but yeah. But I think once the person dies, I feel like then they focus on kind of like retribution from the drug people who kept continuing to deal to them.
Then they should. For the love of money. They
Hmm.
basically will kill you. Basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that was another question that I had. Of course, I can research this later, but based upon what's in the article, Do we know, or the articles that have been discussed during the show now and previously, do we know if the doctor that Placentia, was he like the ketamine king, quote unquote, for anyone else in Hollywood as well? Do we have that information?
I hadn't heard.
Okay.
Auntie, have you heard? I
I
hadn't
I
heard.
haven't. No, the only thing I understand that got him caught up, he just got greedy with Matthew because he saw that Matthew was willing to pay for those ketamine shots and stuff.
But
So,
I
but
can't
no,
believe that he wasn't doing it for someone else. I mean, the word gets around among people with money who abuse drugs like that, who to go
Mm-hmm.
to. I can't imagine that Matthew's the only one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Yeah, just that I think that Matthew probably the only one he's killed. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, he probably got
Right.
way, honey. He was probably the plug, honey. Big Doctor Plug. Mm-mm. Well, that ass got plenty of time to think about it now. And honestly, I think he deserved more, but well, hey, that's that on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, did any of you have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? Oh, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So, a piece of sad tea today, and this is more in relation to what's more geared towards Auntie's newfound male fan base. Um, we lost a, a great basketball player yesterday or today. His name was Eldon Campbell. And so, for those who aren't familiar with Eldon Campbell, he played with the Lakers. He was part of the NBA for 15 years. He played with the Lakers for 9. So during the 90s. So it was during like a pivotal part of my childhood. I remember watching him all the time. So he played with Kobe, and it was right before that whole dynasty of Kobe and Shaq. He was the player, was on the team before that. So, um, yeah, we lost him yesterday, which is very unfortunate. He was such a talented basketball player. So, rest
57.
in peace to him.
Oh, Lord.
That was way young, honey. That's a baby. 57. Good Lord. He was fine too. He was 6'11". Mm. Well, you rest in peace, you fine ass king. And
Mm-hmm.
condolences to his family and friends.
Wow.
Thank you for that, favorite Taurus. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
I was in white folks' business earlier, and oh my goodness, and good luck, Charlie. I don't know who them people are, but somebody over there marrying the other person who was dating somebody. Um, and there's a whole little video about it. I was trying to find the link to like post. I can't. I don't think I can post it here in the chat. But yeah, that white folks business, and also hold on. I had another piece of little tea. Hold on. Damn, I think I lost it.
Oh damn. Well, while you if you can think of it, let me know because I'm actually going back to the chat to get that tweet that you so I can show the people what we're talking about.
Oh,
Um
Mark Lamont Hill.
ah
Um, that grab that too.
okay, let me is it the one oh, is it because the last piece of news I see about Mark Lamont, it says Mark Lamont Hill's fired back after Brian McKnight calls him out, you are an asshole. Is that's not what you're talking about, is it? No, I don't think so. Well, anyway, let me share my screen really quick. So first we're gonna see this tweet here. Um that's by way of E News. And you should see where it says, Good Luck Charlie co star Shane Harper and Samantha Boscarino are married now. Now, I didn't know anything about him being from Good Luck Charlie because I don't know anything about that. That show is way, I had a job with benefits when that show was popular. So that's way too young for Auntie. But I do know him from Power Force, the Tommy spinoff. and he has a very big part in that show. So I know him from that. But I did not know how messy this shit was because it looks like it's like some Big Sean, Ariana Grande, Naya Rivera type shit, honey, where everybody just fucking and fucking on each other and they sharing dick, honey. But somebody was nice enough to put this video together, and we about to watch it together, honey. This woo child, the ghetto. Did y'all see that shit? Woo, honey. Even though y'all don't know who them people are, but y'all can still know this shit. That is very messy, honey. Okay, and let me get the Mark Lamont Hill story.
Yeah, he finna interview the first wife and the first Brian McKnight Jr.
Baby. Ooh, what's this? It look like this is a 1 minute clip on Mark Lamont Hill's Instagram. Let's see what this one clip is giving, honey. Let me share my screen. This is my first time seeing this, y'all. Let's see what it's giving. Hold on.
Memories of my
Ooh, if I could. There we go.
the darkest and coldest and most disheartening memories of my life is the day my brother calls me sobbing with all that he's going through, looking death in the eye to tell me I'm right about telling him not to call my father because I knew what was going to happen, because I knew where my dad was. I told him, man, the dad is gone. Dad's gone. All my brother wanted and needed, asked for, was my father to tell him that he loves him. And my brother responds to him, I can't arbitrarily, or my father responds to my brother that I can't arbitrarily say that I love you.
Right.
But this is a man that wanted to help him.
Yes, people heard the voicemail, but they have no idea that as a mom standing in the room with my son on speaker with his wife and hearing how belittling his father talked to him. Talk to him. If the first comment out of his mouth was, I don't appreciate the way you're treating my new family, who gives a damn, man?
One of the darkest and
Girl, I am gagged, honey. Well, I know what I'll be doing for later tonight, honey, watching that whole entire interview.
You gotta. It's on the Patreon
Oh, never mind. I guess I won't be watching that entire
because
interview.
I tried to click on it too, and it's behind a paywall, and I was like, I bet you he did. Ooh,
Mark
because
Lamont Hill,
he
I'm gonna beat
know.
your ass.
Look, let me tell you, Brian McKnight. I don't care how much he be trying to vindicate himself and say, see this and that. When I found out his ass was from a uppity black Seventh Day Adventist family. That told me everything I needed to know about why he is the way he is.
Hmm.
I
And
said,
really,
oh, it
honey,
makes so much sense now.
yep. And really, why you bullshitting, honey? I think his ass. I said before, I think his ass is part of a cult. It's gonna come out that his ass is a part of a cult, and he giving that church all his money. That's what I
I
think is
probably
happening.
will. Seventh Day Adventist, um, Jehovah's Witness. They all give a little culty. Sorry. Sorry,
Mhm.
guys. I have plenty of family that is it gives me cold vibes.
Listen, no offense to anybody, but we can call a thing, and y'all know what it look like. Y'all got eyes just like the rest of us. You know what it look like. So,
So yeah, honey.
well,
I heard that him saying how they met and basically like it was an arranged marriage. They didn't really. Oh, it was so disgusting. And but it told me everything I needed to know about him.
we have a comment. I knew he was trash when he released a song that said, "Let me show you how your pussy work." That song was so fucking cringe, honey. It was like looking at somebody's granddaddy trying to talk to a young girl. It was just, ugh.
Well, I'm glad I didn't know about that, and I'm mad that y'all brought that up. I didn't know he made something like that, and you.
You didn't see it. It was definitely
No.
pre-pandemic for sure. And
Well, I
they
had
had
been written. I don't like his music any goddamn way. So.
Yeah, that song had Twitter on fire, man. I was like, everybody was like, Brian McKnight, are you fucking sick? This was before like a lot of people really knew he was a whole asshole. So
Oh yeah, I had new. But see, if you knew, he had put out a statement when he got with that wife, and he was and how he talked so bad about how, um, and this was before the pandemic. Um, what was his statement? He basically said something. I mean, just the same shit he do belittling them, but it was like, I didn't know love until I met my wife, and everything before that was just, oh, all the shit that he keeps saying now. Basically, like the kids and the wife, that was all just some bullshit. They're all just like basically discarded them like trash. And when I heard that, I was like, fuck you with your sorry singing ass. You
Mhm.
ugly motherfucker. He ain't never been attractive to me. He ain't never been no great singer. I only like that one song that he sang in soprano. That one song. Other than that, his ballad tired song having ass. And I'm glad they keep canceling his damn shows.
And fuck
Amen.
that
Hope
song.
I keep seeing them. Hmm?
Fuck that song right now too.
And yeah, and fuck that song. I don't like that song either no more. I don't like no. Fuck him.
Hell with a Brian McKnight.
To hell with him. Look, and I'm like, you wanna? I'm changing my name. I don't want to be named after you, motherfucker.
Okay, y'all
That's
just
what
gonna
the
have to
son
call me
should
a
do.
nickname. Huh? Call me BJ. Shit, don't call me nothing about no damn Brian. Matter of fact, call me
Okay,
McDonald. Don't even call me McKnight no more. Call me McDonald.
McDowell. Shit, fuck him. Fuck him. I really didn't. I really can't stand that. That really grinded my gears. Like, wow. Like you created a whole family and then you just discarded and talked so bad about them like that. Ugh, disgusting.
Well, thank you, Libra Queen, for that piece of tea. Now, before we head out, did anybody have any more tea that they want to share that I might have missed?
No, we actually integrated my tea earlier today. So, earlier in the show. So, I don't have nothing else, baby.
Yes. Well, we thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for a live show at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time if you can make it. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.